are these people?
Hold on. Good evening. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Good evening.
Where's Dave?
He must have disappeared. Hold on. I'm Angel Rivera alongside.
Hey, sister.
Here we go. Okay. There's many of us this week. I'm Angel Rivera alongside Alex Knight, Miss Witchy Perfect, The Sun and Bloom, and Deconstructing Topics podcast, Dave. So that's the list this week. No himbo, unfortunately. His computer went crashed, so
Yeah, shut up, Snow.
he's not going to be here with us this week. But we'll probably hang out in the chat, I guess, because I'm hearing.
Yeah, he probably won't even be able to have an episode for Fulfilled this weekend because of his computer. So,
right? He said he couldn't even get it on. I was like, ooh. Does anything happen when you hit that power button, Snow? Do you have a desktop or a laptop? If you have a desktop, pull the power out, hold the power button for like 20 seconds, and put the power back in. See if it works. Today, you never know.
Oh yeah, we got massive computer issues here on one side. I just spilled my drink all over me. So
I spilled milk this morning. I was so pissed because I got it on my phone, and if my phone breaks, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
Hey, Dave, did you see the little chat that I typed on the left side? Did you see what I typed?
No power whatsoever.
No, so I'm also like experiencing a little bit of issues here. So I see I got some private message on the chat right here on the left.
Yeah, did you see what I typed?
Hold on. Yeah, what is going on? Are they trying to like censor us already? Come on, man. Like I'm pressing it like 2 seconds later. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, Snow, you either have a power supply issue or a motherboard issue.
Well, I'll just
That's what I said.
I see it now.
Well, yeah. I'll just mention that the Yankees just re-signed Paul Goats.
To be a
they got Goldschlager?
To be the cheerleader of the team. I don't know why.
Pom. Let's go.
Check notes. Oh, shake pom poms.
Yes, shake pom poms. Let's go. What does that mean?
So, yeah, we have a long. We were supposed to do a show last week. We tried, but my internet went boom. It crashed completely to the point where we couldn't do a show. So
no. You tried a different format and that didn't work.
Yeah, but it was my internet too.
Oh.
If it wasn't the format, it was the internet.
Okay.
Well, Max, the only thing I would tell, it crashed wouldn't turn on. So if you can, unscrew the bottom, pop it off, take out the battery. Power cycle for 20 seconds without the battery in it, and then put it back in, see if it comes back on.
Well, now these days there's an issue with that because the battery's built into the motherboard, so it's impossible to take it apart. At least
maybe now. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
I built my own computer. My power source is not built into my motherboard. My power source powers my motherboard.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just built a custom computer today. And it's like a big 600-watt power supply.
Well, my computer is built with a fatherboard.
Okay. But I'm used to. I guess maybe I'm used to the older computers now, where I know like if a laptop is very very small, that it'll have an onboard hard drive, and if your hard drive goes out, sucks to be you. Got to get a new computer. They're called eMMCs.
So yeah,
Just mean
we got-
onboard hard drive.
we got a lot to talk about this week, and I'm glad that Dave is here, and also the Sense and Bloom, which will be back in a moment. But because we're going to talk about Palantir. I keep butchering that company. Palantir. Yeah, defending their contracts with the U.S. government, especially since they're using their technology is being used to spy in with ICE and stuff. So a lot of their technology is being used. So they're defending that massively because the U.S. government is becoming most of their company now. That's their main customer, the Department of Defense and ICE. So.
No, I do have tools, but they're at work currently. All I have screwdrivers, I have screw heads. Trust me, that's all at work. Because I had to build a computer today.
We have ICE deciding to buy old warehouses that have been shut down nationwide to build out massive detention facilities for all of us. Let's see.
Also, the Epstein files.
No. And you better hit me, and you better hope I don't get back up, because I'll tell you what, ICE, if I get back up, your ass is grass, and I'm going to be the John Deere.
Let's see. We have the Democrats and Republicans expecting a shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security next week, since they still have not come to a deal on funding for them, which I don't buy for a second. There will be a deal for funding before next Friday. So by the time we come on air next Friday,
the Epstein files. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's true.
I got a lot of files, baby.
Yeah, I've kind
of. And I have
been
vindicated again. I told you everybody was pedophiles, and I have been proven right.
One of the people on the list was also a former NASCAR driver, Brian Vickers.
Chris fucking Tucker was on the list. Chris fucking Tucker.
Yeah, but we all knew that. We all knew that Chris Tucker and Epstein were close. I mean, he's constantly on his island.
I didn't know that.
We kind of already knew that.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what else we're gonna talk about.
I just like being right.
Oh yeah, you were right. We all kind of suspected that. The GOP. Okay, let's see. Luigi Mangione is speaking out as one of his trials are about to start.
Yeah, he better watch it. They'll JFK him, like they did with not Jack Ruby, like they did with Oswald.
Let's see. Tulsi Gabbard is investigating alleged election interference in Puerto Rico. So another thing we're going to talk about in a moment too. So
stay their hands off my island. Jeez.
I mean,
yeah,
Alex, I didn't know we had to do a fucking investigation on something we all fucking do to begin with.
Alex, I thought about you with what's his name? Vickers? Oh my goodness.
Oh, Brian Vickers.
Brian Vickers.
Yeah, we had
boom.
Steve Tisch, one of the owners of the Giants, was also involved in that, in the Epstein files.
I've seen some references to American
Alexa, turn off.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm hearing some woman talking.
What the hell was that?
You see Alexa's snooping.
I thought. I hear some woman talking.
They're always listening.
And it's not this.
Yeah, they're always listening. Alexa, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Also, Angel, if you care about this, a so-called progressive won in New Jersey last night. If you care about that, I don't remember her name.
Like you just said her. You just said her name. Her name. I think that's what it is. Her name.
I didn't know about that, but if we can probably mention that too if we have time. So yeah, that and so much more. So
I mean, this is 150. 150.
Let's go.
Y'all. It's episode 150. Woo!
Well, technically it's 149 because I didn't do last week's episode. If you remember, so
oh come on, man. Make it 149.5.
Oh, this man.
Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, it's close enough, because my internet completely crashed on me and we couldn't do anything last week. So
well, you are working just fine. You have not glitched once, so you must have really, put it to Comcast.
Yeah, what happened I said after the show I would call them, and I did, and I was like, we pay you guys $95 a month for the highest speeds that you have. And this is the bullshit I get. Constant crashing and glitching while I'm trying to stream. I'm like, what's going on here? Try to blame my computer, then eventually they tried to blame the positioning of my the modem router, whatever that fucking thing called, the box they give us. Yeah, so they try to blame that. I moved that. It's like, so far it looks like everything is good on my end. So I think we're ready to go.
So what I
but
do is I have my computer actually directly plugged into my router, and it makes
that's
such
smart.
a difference. Speed.
Oh yeah, that's
no,
definitely
the Ethernet, when you plug it in directly, it's so much better. But I don't think my laptop has.
That's because it doesn't have to go through wireless.
I don't think my laptop has an Ethernet port. And even if it did, I'm always it's the router's way out there.
You can buy a hub.
Bedroom.
Actually, they have those. It's USB-Cs to Ethernet. But again, you'd have to get it through Amazon. We used to have one at my old job.
So you guys, or Micro Center. I don't know if you guys have a Micro Center anywhere near you, but that's where I get all my computer parts.
Oh, okay.
And the other thing, Micro Center is also good. The other thing too, Angel, you could also check how many devices on your Wi-Fi. Believe it or not, I like one of my gym brothers, he had 14 devices that he didn't know about. So that's another thing.
No, that's an interesting. I have 4 people living here with me. My phone is on my Wi-Fi. This computer, I think my brother has a tablet. My mom is running her television.
Well, the other thing is, everyone around here has Comcast, so we will all share bandwidth.
Right,
from
and that
Comcast.
too. I have Comcast too. Yeah, so that's why too we're sharing like a connection with.
Yeah, you should turn off your phone on Wi-Fi when you're streaming.
I'm just hoping my phone don't go off because I will be pissed off. Because I have a Ultra 25 Ultra 24. I have an Ultra 24 Samsung, and it's expensive as shit. I got no all over this for you. I'm so pissed.
I have an S21 Ultra, and I'm planning to get the S26 Ultra when it comes out this year because the S21
Snow gets his computer parts from Epstein.
Because
Epstein's ghost.
Because the S21 Ultra is done with updates, so
See,
I had a 22 Ultra actually.
I have a Pixel 10 Pro,
and my coworker has a Pixel.
I love the Pixel phones, honestly. Although I don't trust them. I like them.
Just be careful because their screens can go out pretty easily, and they are expensive.
Oh, I know, but this is my second one, and I fuck these phones up because I drop them all the time.
But I know I'm so careful with my phone, and all of a sudden, like I had a crack in my plastic container with milk in it, and I squeezed it. All the way out. Fuck!
Get a great hard case for your phone.
I use the Casetify cases. That's probably
I have an Otter box, so I guess that saved it. But it like went right over the top. Shit!
I have one of these Armadillo Tech cases that's hard and has a kickstand like that.
No, Otter box all the way, baby, because I will drop this thing and trust me.
They don't have kickstands though, so
Yeah, they do.
But you have to get this, but not on the case. You have to attach.
It's also a clip. It clips to my
that's
pants.
what I'm talking about. You have to.
Well, yeah, but I can stand it up. It holds it. See?
Yeah, but I'd still rather have the kickstand on your case.
Let's see.
Otter boxes are better because I drop my phone on that.
Where are we here? So, yeah. Anyways, let's see.
I want the Ultra 25, but I'm scared because it looks expensive.
I would wait to see what the S26 Ultra.
All right, I'll wait till the S26. Excuse me.
But Angel, I was gonna say, we can also mention how Trump has been losing his shit lately. You know, in reaction to the Epstein files, Bill Clinton, and that racist image or that racist clip he posted on Truth Social about the Obamas or whatever it was.
Nokias? Do they still have Nokias around?
Huh?
Nokias? That's an old ass phone, ain't it?
Nokia still exists.
Oh, Nokia. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, for some reason the background's gone from the chat, so you can barely see it when I put it up. But
yeah.
All right, so
that's okay. I can read it on my own. And by the way, CBC, I hate to break it to you, but we don't just wave a magic wand and a computer is built. You actually have to put in, the elbow grease and the, trust me, my hands are sore from, because I have a manual screwdriver. I don't have at my old job when we had to take PS5s apart, I had an electric screwdriver. I don't have that anymore.
That's what I thought when I built my
computer.
one. because my computer is like custom built. Everything about my computer I built.
Right.
I also have a new setup for my camera. I bought a Sony and I got the capture card and all that jazz, and I look professional.
Woo! There
Let's
you
go.
go.
Well, look, I got my
There you go,
laptop.
little
man.
I got my laptop from Apple.
Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if Descent and Bloom and Dave know each other, but nice to hope you guys meet each other and enjoy each other's commentary. So there you go.
This is my little
let's
sister.
see.
That's my sister from another mother.
Let's see.
I mean,
so
there's some popcorn.
I got the whole family now. I got the big brother, the little sister. I got 3 husbands. Jesus. It's like I find time for any of this shit. I got Angel as my one work husband, Snow is my other one, and Kit Cabello. Jeez. So whether I find time for any of you people.
And my one real husband, I wouldn't want 3 extras.
Well, I do have, yes, I have, he's soon to be a husband, but
We need to try to get Kit Cabello on this show, maybe.
I have been trying. I really did. No, I actually did talk to Kit about the 150th. He just said that he had conflicting plans. That's all. But I would like to invite everybody here to a March shindig I have coming up. Again, Kurt's birthday is coming up March 28th, so clear your Sundays because we're going to have
2 days after
fun
mine.
on Witchy Show. What?
2 days after mine.
Yes. Yes. So March 28th,
Good,
we're
good,
going to
good.
do something in March. I have to float some dates towards Kit, so stay tuned. Put a pin in that.
well, I can't play. You were just. I think Alex brought this up. I'll start here, but I can't actually play the clip because it has full of copyrighted music. But this is the one that everybody's been talking about. So
Oh yeah, that one.
What
Trump
the
shared this.
hell?
Yeah, well, you have to go. Yeah, okay.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is
That's the one that's been getting controversy. Yeah.
it has
I'm confused.
Lion King music, which is obviously copyrighted. So I'm not going to play the audio,
the
but
issue was when-
we could play that like that.
Yeah.
They like
The
to
issue
steal
was-
music
but-
that they don't have permission to use, and then it
Yeah,
gets
the Trump
taken
team has a history of doing that, stealing music that is copyrighted and using it for their content
I'm
and
still
not paying for it.
confused.
So
What the fuck
Jesus Christ.
am I looking at?
Right.
it's AI garbage. That's what it is,
Ugh.
essentially.
Jeez.
What
Wow.
the actual?
out. That was a real homoerotic way to eat that banana.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he wishes.
Oops, hold on.
Right.
Oh god, that bitch.
Yeah, oh God, that bitch.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
Actual fuck. No, it's wrong. They should be sucking the lion's dick. Oh, where's Kieran? Kieran is my counter. That's one. Somebody
And
in
Trump
chat
is like
geek
the
out.
Lion King.
Stupid.
And Trump is the Lion King. He's in charge. So
But
that's
the
an ego
issue,
thing.
but the main controversy is what he's showing the Obamas as
Right.
monkeys.
That- hmm
Because isn't that what they used to call black people? Gorillas or something?
They
Yeah.
stole. My husband is black. They
Even
started
his
stealing racial
Republican
slurs.
base wanted
Oh
him
my
to
God.
delete it, and
But
Trump eventually caved and he deleted the video.
so here's my thing. This comes at a really odd time. Like, of course, it's some rage baiting bullshit, but that's exactly what it is. It's rage baiting. Like, everyone, like, if you share this on social media, you know it's going to get reactions talked about
hmm
across the board. So at what point, like, why did he actually post this? Is my thing. Is it just to distract from the Epstein files? Is there something else going on?
Probably that.
He
And
posts stupid shit all the time, but like, why this specifically? Why now?
well,
Because
also
that's-
he wanted to distract from the fact that they had an awful documentary about his wife or soon to be ex-wife. Because I mean, isn't he done with her? She's like over 40.
So she actually released a documentary, and she released it only in theaters, and it flopped. That's what I think
Yeah.
one of the
Yes.
things is, but I don't think that's the only thing. I think because that seems like minuscule compared. Because I don't know. Usually when he's saying
No,
something-
I agree.
something-
Definitely the Epstein file to distract from that, but also her flippy floppy whatever the fuck that was supposed to be. Oh
Yeah, I think
man.
she's a mail order, right? I don't know what that situation is so fucked.
Well, and
mean-
Epstein introduced her to Trump. So she probably is a pedophile. So
That
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, in this channel, and we always said, Politics is wrestling, and this is what he does. This is what he does. You know
That's
what
true.
I mean?
What it is.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised he
That's
didn't
what he
show
does.
himself like this, like
You
Lex
know,
Luger used
this
to do,
is
or
what he
Hogan or
does.
something.
Right.
Do like him and Hulk Hogan's body doing like the 24-inch pythons or some stupid
Like
shit.
he just went to Jerry Lawler's territory and just be like, Nashville sucks, you Nashville wrecked. I mean, he did some stupid shit like that. Like, I don't know.
He's always wanted to be
Well,
a
anyway-
wrestler without the body.
Right.
Anyways, as I'm sure everybody's heard, Google is being asked to fork over $68 million to settle claims that his assistant was secretly recording your combos without "Hey Google" and feeding them straight to targeted ads. So
I don't
Google
think
was
I
sued,
did
and
hear
they,
about that.
Not
Google
if
was
you
sued.
don't have it on.
Not
and they
shocked
settled.
at all.
Yeah,
Not
they
shocked
settled
at
out
all.
of court.
They've been like these data brokers and these advertisers. They've been using your data and collecting your data for ever and a day. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, by the way, that money is a fraction. It's like a pittance of their profit, so they don't care. They'll settle out of court. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We spied on you. Here's a little bit of money. Go away.
Yeah, well, that's
And
that's
that-
exactly their tactic because they know they have so much money they can just like do whatever they want and then say sorry later.
Yeah. Now Apple is being do the same thing with Siri. Siri's lawsuit payout will roll out in 2026 to settle $95 million class action suits for eavesdropping your private life since 2014.
Yeah,
Expecting
I had in this latest update on Samsung's, they said, "Oh, you can do. I think it's Gemini, right, little brother? Don't you
mean,
have Gemini?
Bixby?
Some kind of AI service. I think it's Gemini.
Bixby?
Gemini is on the Google phones. I don't know.
I think you're thinking
They're a
of
Google
Bixby.
phone too.
I don't know if. Well, you just said you had a Samsung, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying I think you're thinking of Bixby.
Oh, Bixby. Well, I don't even have that shit enabled. And whatever the new update came in with this AI shit, I turned the AI shit off.
Yeah, if you agree to the settlement, expect anywhere from $8 to $40.
Oh wow! Don't spend it all in one place either.
Truly life-changing money. Who needs privacy when you get McDonald's once or twice? Anyways, I've had experience with this on the show. I mean, I think you and Alex were on with you when my
Siri
Siri
starts
kept
talking
going
like,
off.
"Shut up, Siri."
It went off twice.
Yeah.
Well, I just have one with that starts with an A, just out of nowhere. Like, well, you know.
Yeah, Alexas are listening
Right.
too. We all knew that. That's why I don't have an Alexa.
Don't forget when the Xbox One had Connect. That was fucking stupid.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Well, that's
that
where
probably
Epstein
had
was
a
doing his
listening
thing.
device. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's why
Apple-
Epstein got banned from Xbox.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, the Microsoft and Xbox or whoever was from that, it was involved in that.
And it's the same thing with Apple. $95 million to Apple is a pittance. They're $1 trillion corporation. I mean, I was like, oh, $95 million. Yeah, okay, just go away. Leave
Tax
us alone.
write-off.
Let us, please. Leave us alone. Keep letting us spy on you for another 10 years before you find out again, and then you'll sue us again, and then we'll give you another pittance to go away. That's how the game is played. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care at all.
I don't think
see.
people-
The issue, I think,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, somebody said that, that even if you turn it off. The issue is this: that let's say, so I got an iPhone. So when you, how can I say, install an app, it will ask you if you want it, and everybody keeps going, yes. So
The thing is with that, just be careful and watch it that it doesn't ask to turn your location.
right.
Like
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
gotta
ask
turn
for
your location off.
Make sure you say no or only while doing this app. I turn my location off. I'm sorry. I
You can
turn it
also
off.
just get a free location spoofing app, which is what I do.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
if I
just
have
turn my
my
location
location
off.
Well, if I need it for like any apps or anything, like I'll just put it.
I mean, the only thing I need it for is Google Maps. Like if I'm totally fucking
Yeah.
lost.
Oh,
It's like, oh shit, I don't know where I'm going.
So let's see.
Angel, more things you can also bring up is Robert Kraft's ad on Jewish hate or whatever that ad
Oh
was.
Jesus Christ.
As well as
Oh
the
yeah, I forgot about that.
as well
the
as
Patriots owner.
earlier today, Joseph Gordon-Levitt spoke about Jewish censorship or whatever that was.
So I don't.
Yep.
Why not? Because I don't have much this week, anyways. Because honestly, I've been. If you guys follow my social media,
Speaking of also Jewish, how about that fucking Team Israel shit for the World Baseball Classic?
Yes, I mean, so Brad Osmus is managing that team, by
Yeah.
the way.
Oh.
So,
And Tommy Taylor's
anyways,
on that team as well.
the reason why I don't have much this week is because I've been busy all week. I started this certification program, at school, so I've been doing that 4 days a week, and I don't have a lot of stories. So we can probably BS around and have a more informal show.
Hey, Robert, don't you have a team to win this Sunday?
So yeah, Robert Kraft is.
No, he ain't got his boyfriend Brady in anymore.
Well, he's gonna win another Super Bowl probably on Sunday.
More than likely, yeah, because he sucked a lot of dick to get that.
I don't know about that.
No, he got that Asian persuasion in Florida.
The Seahawks could win, and I really hope they win.
Well,
so let's see.
He was going to these special masseuse in Florida that look like Asians.
Oh yeah. By the way, Vince McMahon is also visiting those special masseuses down there. So, all right, let's see. Jewish billionaire Robert Kraft, Blue Square Alliance, has unveiled an ad targeting Jew hatred that will be aired during Super Bowl this upcoming weekend. So I've not actually seen this ad, honestly. I've seen it, but I've not watched it. So it's like, let's watch it.
Loser. Dude.
Did you see that? Should we tell him? So bad.
Oh, bro, look at
It's not funny.
Dirty Jew.
Go fuck
By the way,
yourself.
who put Dirty Jew these days on a kid's book bag? Is that even a thing? Or
kids do things to white people too. They do it to black people. They do it to every fucking kid. School is like, it's like a fucking gang.
How about they actually go talk to the actual Jews like me who are against Zionists in Israel? How about they go do that? Oh no, you can't.
They're not gonna do that. I mean, they want you to assume every Jewish person is pro-Zionist, so they want to connect it to. So
do not
listen
to that.
Thank you, man.
Well, what about all the Palestinians?
I know how it feels.
Oh, go fuck yourselves. They ain't picking on you because you're fucking Jewish.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 Jews allegedly have hatred in schools. Let's put on a blue a post-it note there on your chest to know that you care about Jews.
Nah, they're not worth it, bro.
Yeah, I was tripping.
What's your name?
Name's Dave.
David?
Yeah.
Stand up.
Oh yeah, ironic. His name's David.
Right.
What about black hate? What about women hate? What about Asian hate? What about all this other hate?
My whole family, none of us are Jewish, and all of my dad and brothers are named. Like my dad and my brothers and my grandpa, all of our names are David. But we are not Jewish.
I know a lot of David in the Amish communities too. A lot of Davids.
Oh, I assure you, I'm not Amish either.
No, I'm not either. But I talked to like 2 Davids today, and the Amish aren't Jewish either.
Am I the third one or the second one? Which one?
No, not you.
Well, they did put that signal on my thing when I get to America. It's like, don't Jew. I'm like, what Jew? What does that? It's a Jew. Or Jew don't know? What does that mean?
You're not even Jewish.
No, but they try to snap on a Puerto Rican like Jew don't know.
Oh, right. I think they picked on you because you were Puerto Rican, dude.
No, they told me go back to Mexico.
Oh, yes. They told you.
That's it.
Right.
South American country.
Right.
Country they know. They just know that, somewhere down there.
Now we know that it's Puerto Rico. Let's go, Bad Bunny. Let's go.
You will never see an ad like this for Islamophobia.
Not too long ago, he made those weird gestures when he was at the Ben when he was sitting. He was like, this. Remember he was doing that.
All right.
You don't remember?
I mean, I'm a fucking white girl, and I used to get picked on by jock guys who used to threaten to SA me. I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. Every single day, they threatened to SA me.
Planeteer, whatever. CEO defends
Palantir.
Palantir.
Palantir, right? Defends
Palantir,
CEO defends surveillance tech as U.S. government contracts boost sales.
But what I was
let's
saying,
see.
remember that he was the guy who, not too long ago, like a month or two ago, when he was acting all crazy in the chair, he was like moving around all over the place.
Right, yeah. I remember.
They'll eat the fucking bugs! They'll eat the fucking bugs!
Palantir Technology CEO Alex Karp defended the firm's surveillance technology as it reported a big bump in sales on Monday, saying that they get a load of this. It's saying it has safeguards to prevent government overreach without mentioning U.S. immigration and customs enforcement efforts in Minnesota. So he claims, don't worry, guys, we have safeguards to prevent government overreach when they use our technology. Who wants to say that's total bullshit?
He does look like a mad scientist.
I mean, to be honest, he meant to say, "Oh, sorry, that was we're gonna quash the protests."
Yeah, he's claiming they have safeguards to make sure the government doesn't overreach with their technology, which I call total bullshit on, which is total lie because there's no way they do.
So Palantir has worked with the government for years, but they've worked with the Department of Homeland Security specifically since 2011 when they first started working for HSI, and then they created what's known as investigative case management in 2013, and from there that is actually the foundation, like the core program that runs Immigration OS. And here's something interesting a lot of people don't know. The contract for investigative case management ended last year and they renewed it, but they didn't actually give people a chance to bid on that contract. They went and they filed a justification saying only Palantir had the technology capable of it because there's like a FedRAMP certification that they wanted these, corporations to have. Other corporations do have it. And there was one called Caseware who was trying to get that contract, and the government just overrode it and gave the contract to Palantir anyway. Why? Because Palantir is working in their interests. Of course, they're going to try to cover their own ass. But that's a 15-year relationship. That's if that contract was a girl, Donald Trump would be trying to fuck it. So,
and that's crazy.
Yep.
I'm with you. You know what's crazy? Palantir is actually where I work at. They're my neighbors. Actually, they are next to me. So.
Wow.
True that, Snow. True that.
That's. All right. So the data and analytics company said revenue derived from the U.S. government spiked 66% in the fourth quarter from a year ago to $570 million. Total sales of $1.41 billion exceeded analyst estimates, and the firm anticipates a big jump in sales, in part due to government contracts in 2026. I mean, that no shock here at all. I mean, the U.S. government is going to give no bid contracts to Palantir and all of Donald Trump's buddies until his time is done in office. And then the next president, Gavin Newsom, is continue giving those contracts because, hey, he's also pro-Zionist. So what's different doesn't mean.
President?
What?
Is he really going to be president?
Who else is going to be president? It's got to be American Psycho Gavin Newsom.
We still have J.D. Vance.
Yeah, he ain't
another American Psycho.
Yes.
He's not
another tech guy. I mean, I got.
Well, this one's a pedophile and fucks cat. Well, they're all pedophiles, but J.D. Vance fucks couches.
So
going back to Bloom, and I'm sorry, Bloom. But it is the hand that washes the other. It starts with one administration's. It kind of continues with the other one, and it's still the same duopoly that people be like, "Oh yeah, we got to vote for these two." I'm like, eh.
Yeah, vote harder. That'll work.
It's the most important election of our lifetimes.
Here's something that I think is really interesting. I've been doing a lot of research on everything, and in my opinion, I don't necessarily think Gavin Newsom's going to be the next one, and that's because I think that they're setting it up for Vance. I don't think Donald Trump is going to make it through this presidency, and I think it's going to be J.D. Vance. I think that has been the whole plan this entire time. Why do you think Peter Thiel, who owns Palantir, funded J.D. Vance, paid for his airfare for him to go to Mar-a-Lago to kiss Trump's ass back in 2016? Fix their entire relationship. He's literally owned by Peter Thiel and the fucking Catholic Church. This has been my hyperfixation lately. I've been doing a lot of work on this. I literally just did a thing on it on ProPill the other day. They put years. This is years in the making. It's 100%
Interesting.
JD Vance, unless Trump dies. Or
Are they gonna take the? Go ahead, Angel. Do your thing.
No, that's interesting because assuming that Trump doesn't die and he makes it to his term, JD Vance is not winning. Donald Trump is deeply unpopular. He's connected to Trump
well,
like this.
at
So
this point, does anyone really think that our elections are going to be fair and free? I mean, they weren't in the first place, but now it's even worse. Like that's the whole Tulsi Gabbard investigating election fraud. That entire narrative that they're setting up, and even like where she was at the Fulton County, Georgia office, they're going to try to frame election security as a national security thing, and they're going to use that to try to federalize elections and cheat to put whoever they want in office.
Right, but that's an interesting take. I mean,
yes, but
Golden Monarch,
are they
delete
doing
that
the?
reply right now? Delete that shit. Delete that shit right now.
Are they doing the are they doing the
Of course.
what is it, the script with Biden and Harris kind of deal? But they
I mean, they're
start
putting their
popping up,
clowns anyway. Trump
but
was.
they propping up
I mean,
Vance.
the election
I
with Trump.
assume-
All these
But
elections are.
What didn't help Gavin Newsom's case was when he recently talked with Ben Shapiro, and they both agreed on the Israel-Palestine bullshit.
Yeah, no, I think
course he
that they're
did.
setting up Newsom as like a secondary thing. He's like their backup plan. I think their plan is to try to get Vance in there.
no, I definitely believe that. But the issue is, if Trump survives and makes it through this term, he has no chance of winning. If he were to die and become president, then he has a chance because he's the incumbent.
Well,
An
again, that's
incumbent for-
assuming that our elections are fair and free. Like, if it
Yes, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Check
Yes,
and
of course.
balances.
Assuming that, but let's say that it is for 1 second. That's my argument. You know that if it is fair and free, then he's not going to win this election. It's going to be Gavin Newsom or any random Democrat that they pick out of nowhere. So,
Well, to
let's
give
see.
that false thing of checks and balances and whatever the case might be.
Yeah, we don't even have a Fourth Amendment. If I can't stand on a public sidewalk and literally watch or videotape an ICE agent being a pedophile or doing criminal activities, because that's what they are doing, and not get harassed or not get my phone taken away from me or not being deleted, then guess what? We don't live in a country full of laws. We don't have a Fourth Amendment. We never did, really.
Yeah,
You know, that's the one thing, like a lot of other countries, like Dubai, and I know Dubai is a city, but nevertheless, Dubai, there's no danger of crimes even at night. Like I've seen videos of people walking at midnight. You know, nothing happens to them. So, you know,
yeah.
Because you get chopped up.
You have a love affair with Dubai.
You get chopped up.
I can't say I love it because I haven't been there, but I'm very interested.
I mean, Singapore runs
They
the same
share-
kind of thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Singapore doesn't have much going on, at least for me.
Right.
If you have stock and if you invested in this company, then you know you're doing well because the stock jumped 5% extended trading, and it's up 12% in thin trading early Tuesday. Companies working with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, are attracting more scrutiny as Americans have turned subtly against ICE aggressive tactics following the fatal shootings of 2 U.S. citizens in separate incidents in January. The company won the contract last year with ICE to develop surveillance system for immigration enforcement. Let's see. Over the weekend, France's Capgemini said it would sell a small U.S. unit that has a contract with ICE after criticism from French lawmakers and others. In a post-owning call, Carp said the company was supporting in a critical manner some of the most interesting and intricate, unusual operations the U.S. government's been involved in, but did not specify which government programs Palantir was engaged in. I want to always butcher that word and call it something else. So if I butcher the word, I apologize. But you know, that's my
Just call
brain.
them
right now.
pedophiles. There you go, pedophiles.
Denver-based Palantir has increasingly been marketing military-grade AI tools to businesses through its artificial intelligence platform that helps companies integrate and develop the technology. It has emerged as one of the best-performing AI stocks, with shares gaining 1,700% over the last 3 years. Again, you invested in Palantir early, then you're good.
Lanterns, baby.
You're making a shit ton of money.
Pedotier. There you go, pedotier.
It should indeed be uncontroversial. The single most effective means of guarding against incursions to our private lives is to invest in development of a technology platform makes it possible makes possible constraints on government action and investigation to granular permissioning capabilities, Karp said in a letter to shareholders. Let's see. He said the company's tech ensures that the state and his agents can only see what ought to be seen in functional audit logs to ensure both external and internal threats. Still, its shares are down more than 15% so far this year as Wall Street's crash twins planet Palantir sky high valuation of a 12 months forward price earnings a ratio 140.5. Valuation question marks won't disappear. Palantir remains priced for perfection, which means it will need to continue executing in future quarters. So that's Wall
This
Street
show is
talk
in
there.
English. What are you gonna do? It would
That's
be
all
better
Wall
in
Street
Spanish.
talk. That Wall Street talk is for this. It's just basically you got to make money, or else you got to make what we projected you're going to make, or else your stock price is going to go down, no matter how profitable you may or may not be. The company, founded by tech billionaire Peter Thiel, which you already mentioned, with the CIA as one of his earliest backers, has boosted its sales with a litany of government contracts that expects revenue between 7.18 and 7.20 billion in 2026, which will be more than a 60% increase in 2025. Thiel was an early backer of U.S. President Donald Trump and has close ties to key Washington lawmakers, including Vice President J.D. Vance, who he supported in the 2022 U.S. Senate race. Palantir won a $30 million contract from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement in April to develop a system that identifies undocumented immigrants and tracks self-deportations, which as of June 3rd was the largest single award from an agency among 46 federal contract actions since 2011. Freedom from unwarranted government surveillance requires the construction of a technical system that is built to make possible oversight of its own use and limit, not expand, the material and information subject to access. Palantir's forecast first quarter sales will be 1.353 billion and 1.54 billion, above an estimated 1.32 billion, according to data compiled by LSEG. Sales to U.S. businesses in 2026 are expected to grow at least 115% to more than 3.14 billion, and started from 109% growth in 2025. So Palantir is making money hands over fists, and
Well, we knew that.
They get more and more U.S. contracts because
as Descent and Bloom said, as my sister from another mister, there you go. She said it. I mean, they literally have been doing this shit, and no one will get those contracts other than Palantir or Pedotier, as I'm going to call them from now on. So, yeah, I mean, it is, again, you will owe nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs.
So yeah, so Peter Thiel is literally, worked directly with Epstein. He's worked directly with Israel for some time. So that's never first and foremost. Secondly, a lot of people don't realize how deep the actual Vance and Thiel connection goes, and where Vance is, Thiel can get whatever he wants whenever he wants. I feel like that should be a conflict of interest. You're literally funded the fucking vice president. You should be getting contracts from the vice president. But a lot of people don't realize Peter Thiel and J.D. Vance met at Yale in 2011. J.D. Vance graduated from Yale in 2013. In 2015, Peter Thiel had gotten one of the men who'd gotten a loan from him or funding from his founder's fund to give J.D. Vance a job at a biotech firm. And then from there, Vance had to try to get Mithril Capital, which is Peter Thiel's other company, to try to support the other. It was basically a test of, can he sell this for us? And from there, he went to Mithril, and then he went to a place called Revolution LLC in Ohio, which is literally owned by Steve Case, which is Obama's childhood friend. And from there, they opened Naria Capital. And it's all around the time that Vance converted to Catholicism. It's a really big, deep circle. People don't realize how long and convoluted this really is.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Okay. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I gotta meet Peter Thiel now. He's my neighbor. For crying out loud.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something real quick. So I as part of my job, I got a 401k, whatever the case might be. So a lot of people, I can't touch mine. So a lot of people, let's say that on the left, progressive, whatever, anti-ICE. If they got a 401k, there's a good chance that Palantir might be in a portfolio that's making you money. You know what I mean? And then you could actually kind of delete that.
That's the thing. That's a great point, because a lot of these these white middle class liberals are they're protesting ICE and they're doing all their virtue signaling on the internet, how much they hate ICE, how much they hate what they're doing to the illegal immigrant community or migrant community. And it turns out if a lot of them have 401ks, you're right, a lot of them are going to be invested in Palantir without realizing it.
Right.
Because they don't look at their 401k documentation.
Don't
Usually
forget,
you get that. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say I assume every quarter you get something in the mail about your 401k and what you invested in and what you're not, and how much money your investments are making.
Yep.
So
it's
if
usually
you
not directly through the company; it's usually through some subsidiary, so it's not as obvious.
Right, because
Okay,
you look
well,
at like
I don't have.
you could look at. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't have a 401k. I never had one, so I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly
you could look
how that
at
works,
examples.
I did.
So
I had to use it.
And also
Right, so the
about JD Vance, don't forget he's trying to marry a second wife in Erica Kirk.
Oh yes.
No.
Yeah. Oh my
Allegedly.
Yes.
god.
And that's the thing. So Angel, so with the 401k, you have these different portfolios. So there's like a portfolio called blue chips. Part of that blue chip, you know, they put in like, let's say Meta, Microsoft, whatever, and then they just started adding like, let's say Palantir. So when people say blue chips, oh yeah, this is gonna get you money, just by you virtually putting that portfolio in your 401k, you'll be like, because a lot of people with 401k, your company puts money, but you could actually put money in. You know, that's how you get.
They have this thing where 401ks, where if you put so much in, the company will match it. The problem is 401ks are literally just scams. They're just so that you will invest in the stock market, and guess what? If the stock market goes,
Right.
wow, so does your 401k.
Your 401k is fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually what. Do you guys remember when the stock market crashed at the beginning of last year, and everyone was watching their 401ks?
Yeah, the 401k.
Bank, yeah.
And because a lot of
I had already pulled mine out because I had to use mine to live off of. Fancy that! I had to use my retirement money to live off of right now.
Because what's crazy with the 401k, they got also a defense portfolio, which they got these like 5-6 different companies in this portfolio. So if you start right now, by default, that's your 401k portfolio, whatever. Again, you could change it through John Hancock and all these 401k. But the fact is that a lot of these so-called anti-progressive people, they know that that's, oh, wait a minute. $15,000, whatever the case might be, they're not gonna say anything, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna
So
do their virtue signaling on the internet.
We did see that tweet you just pulled up, but it's still no background. So,
yeah, I don't know why there's no background. It's 401ks, depending on the company, may also feature private equity and crypto, which Palantir also supports.
Right.
So
yeah, you will own nothing, be happy, and eat the bugs.
If you have a 401k, you're most likely helping fund Palantir. No matter how much you virtue signal on the internet, on the streets,
anything,
you're most likely supporting Palantir. So just let you know, let's be prepared for that. Yeah, let's see. U.S. Immigration Agency buys facilities to expand nationwide detention capacity. Recent congressional funding has significantly increased ICE's budget for the infrastructure and operations. So,
you really want to be president?
U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, is buying large industrial facilities across the country to expand its detention and processing capacity. I can't read, according to property records and local officials. Deed records reviewed by media outlets show ICE has acquired several properties for future conversion to structured detention centers. ABC News reported Tuesday that these include a facility near Phoenix, Arizona, purchased for $70 million, one in North County, north of Baltimore, Maryland, for $102.4 million, another one in Berks County, Pennsylvania, for $87.4 million. ICE officials said these acquisitions are part of an effort to establish purpose-built detention facilities to accommodate increased immigration enforcement needs under our current policy priorities. Rapid ICE expansion has sparked concern over taxpayer costs, oversight, and detention conditions. You don't say. Recent congressional funding, including a major supplemental bill, has significantly increased ICE's budget for detention infrastructure and operations. Supporters says it is essential for border security, while critics demand greater transparency, bed caps, and stricter rules, although major limits have not passed in recent budgets. Democrats have slammed partisan Department of Homeland Security funding bill as inadequate to curb ICE abuses under the Trump administration. ICE's base budget for fiscal year 2026 is about $10 billion. President Trump's request is $11.3 billion. The 2025 law also provides $75 billion in multi-year supplemental funding spread over 4 years. In total, ICE will have access to roughly $85 billion, making it the highest funded law enforcement agency in the U.S. ICE currently detains over 70,000 people daily. For 2026, the agency plans to increase capacity to more than 100,000 by converting warehouse-like facilities into detention centers by adding new beds. There you go.
Is
You
David
thought-
come back?
He just dropped off for a second. He'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back. Let's see. So yeah, there you go. We are becoming. You thought we were imprisoning a quarter of the population. Now wait until these beds open up. 100,000 beds. They're gonna grab everybody, either you're a citizen or not. I don't think it really matters. And you'll sit there for months until they figure out you're actually a citizen or not. Even if you are a citizen, there's a possibility to be deported anyway.
They already know you're a citizen. So Immigration OS is literally connected to every single database in the United States government. Every single data silo was combined together under an executive order that was put into place January 20th, 2025. Every silo that exists, Medicare, Medicaid, your citizenship, the BMV, all of that is combined. They know who you are from the moment they scan you because they also have your biometric data from social media. You take a picture with your eyes shut, and guess what? That's not scanned in. They know from the second they scan your fucking face who you are. They just arrest you because they can.
Exactly. I was just saying that the other day because I have medical assistants. They know who I am, and they know that I'm a broke ass mom who can't afford nothing. No, she's absolutely correct, and I think we should just call her DIB. DIB. That's a lot shorter.
Or
Golden. Yeah, Descent in Bloom is too long of a name for corporate media to say consistently.
And call me Big Dick. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Big Dick. Yeah, there you go. Suck it, bitch.
Yep.
Love it.
All right. Well, you're saying, Witchy? Sorry for interrupting, but
no. So yeah. Like I have medical assistance, and I just got something in the mail today on medical fucking assistance. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I got a thing in the mail that one of my son's procedures was not covered for dental. So now I could be out thousands of dollars, and I want fucking medical assistance. This is why I can't afford shit. So now I'm gonna go broke trying to pay this fucking bill that I don't even have yet.
Don't pay that. Sometimes the dental will double bill you. They do it all the fucking time. You need to call your insurance company, even if it's through Medicaid or whatever you may have, and they will be able to work through that with you, as well as call your dental office, because even technically speaking, because of Medicaid laws, they are not allowed to give you a bill. That's one of the things we deal with outpatient, because we have a lot of patients who have like Oscar Medicaid, and our practice is to take that, but they can't do self-pay because they have Medicaid. We are not allowed to bill them. So that same goes for your dental office. They are not legally allowed to bill you under Medicaid laws. Fight that shit.
Yeah, you should fight it.
Well, I can't believe I never get a letter from that because I have medical assistance, and it was from UMPC. It was from my medical insurance people.
So even if they deny it, your dental office cannot bill you. So if you get a bill, do not pay that shit. Fight it every step of the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
and that's just I'm an RA, deals with insurance.
Here I'm sweating bullets, thinking, "Oh shit! Now I'm gonna have to pay thousands of dollars for shit that was." That's why I go to this dentist because
what's funny?
Covered.
That reminds me, I got a phone call about a year ago from my dentist saying that I owed them thousands of dollars for stuff that they've done to me. I'm like, what did I allegedly get done? Because the only thing I get done is the 6-month cleaning and an X-ray once a year. That's all I'm getting, because I don't really have problem with my teeth, except for that one time I had to get a tooth pulled, but that was like a few years before now. So anyways, like, well, you got this done and that done. Like, you got the wrong person, because that's not me. Let's check this out. Like, because my name is
billion Angel Rivera.
Yes, my name is very common. So they called me when they meant to call somebody else, another Angel Rivera, which got thousands of dollars of work done, which he never paid. So that's not me.
This is pretty funny. The Winter Olympics opening ceremony is going on. Israel came out and they're all booing them. So
serves them right. Fuck you, Israel.
Anyways, let's get to DHS funding. because Democrats and Republicans are fighting over that. Because if there's no funding by next Friday, DHS is going to shut down, allegedly, which is
No,
bullshit.
that wasn't
because
what
I
it
think
was. Steph, that wasn't what it was. It was Democrats and Republicans pretending to fight each other. That's what this.
Oh,
is.
that's
what this is.
Reading a
Senators
really
in both
interesting
parties.
book today about that, actually.
yeah.
It's
I was gonna watch that clip and then I got busy at work. I'm sorry.
Senators in both parties are now expect funding for Department of Homeland Security (DHS) to lapse at the end of next week as negotiations over Democrat demand restrictions on immigration and customs enforcement (ICE) and CBP fizzle with the GOP. DHS shutdown will not only shutter ICE and CBP, but also the Transportation Security Administration (TSA), the Federal Emergency Management Agency (FEMA), among other federal agencies housed in the massive department. Republicans are dismissing the Democratic demands to reform ICE and CBP in the wake of the killings of two U.S. citizens by federal law enforcement personnel in Minneapolis as quote-unquote non-starters, while Democrats are vowing to oppose another short-term DHS funding extension. Senate Majority Leader John Thune of South Dakota told colleagues on the Senate floor he does not see a deal coming together the next week after Democratic leaders released their 10-point plan Wednesday night for reforming ICE. They're not reforming ICE. It's all big virtue signal by Democrats. We've got a now 1 week and 1 day timeline frame in which to do this, which is entirely unrealistic. And the Democratic Party in both the House and the Senate, which seems a lot less interested in getting a solution to this than they do in having a political issue, he said. The lead Republican negotiator, Senator Katie Britt of Alabama, called the Democrats' expanded list of proposed reforms a ridiculous Christmas list of demands for the press and not negotiating in good faith, quote unquote. Democrats, meanwhile, said they would not accept another short-term funding extension for Homeland Security beyond February 13th, which is next Friday, I believe, when the current stopgap is due to expire. The Senate approved the stopgap as part of the deal to end the temporary shutdown that had closed the Pentagon and other federal agencies covered by 5 different appropriations bills. One Democratic senator who requested anonymity to discuss the internal deliberation said that the 8 Senate Democrats who voted to end the previous 43-day government shutdown in November are not going to support another short-term Homeland Security funding bill without significant immigration enforcement reforms, which is not going to happen. There's nobody who's not going to ride to their rescue, the senator said, predicting that moderate Democrats will stick with Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, negotiating position. Let's see. The senators said that the president's prospects of Democrats voting for another short-term Homeland Security funding measure next week is hard for me to believe, quote unquote, but acknowledged that the colleagues have real concerns about shutting down the TSA, FEMA, and the Coast Guard, even temporarily. By the way, this right here is the reason why they won't shut down the government, especially the TSA, because they're the one that handle airports and around the country. So if they shut down airports,
yeah, they can't fill you up anymore.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of trouble
Do you
politically.
guys remember there was just a very long government shutdown a couple months ago, and people were like, honestly, it sucked that people weren't getting paid.
Sorry, David.
ICE, of course. But I could see them doing it. But see, that's my thing, is if we keep agreeing to let shit pass because we're scared of XYZ agency fucking shutting down or whatever it may be, they're going to keep asking for more abhorrent shit, and the Democrats are going to keep agreeing to this abhorrent shit because it's just like,
because they don't care. Yeah, it's one hand washing the other.
Kevin Roberts of the Heritage Foundation, who wrote Project 2025, who literally stays at the fucking White House, said it himself. They call it enchilada theory. You push a little bit further at a time until you get what you fucking want. You don't outright expose it. You slowly expose people and do it one little bit at a time.
It's like, you give them a little bit of cheese and then you dangle the cheese in front of them.
Because they know Democrats.
We don't need to reform ICE. We need to fucking defund ICE.
That's right.
Don't get me wrong. I agree with that. But we all know it's not going to happen.
No.
This Democratic Party here, it's not going to happen.
Abolish ICE, not the.
Well,
when you defund them, they get. I feel like that's a semantics thing, but.
Right, and I always say this it's going to sound a little controversial. As long as people remember 9/11 and say, oh, the people that died, we always 9/11. ICE came from 9/11, basically. You know what I mean? So as long as
Yeah.
people continue to do the 9/11, please remember we gotta protect the citizens and all this. ICE will continue as long as people prop up 9/11.
Yeah,
That's that thing.
that's the thing. They wanted you to get scared. They wanted
Right.
you to oh my God, oh Islam, oh,
Right, right.
there's a terrorist.
ICE
Right.
didn't exist until 2003, which it is.
Right.
So DHS
Which is
was formed out of the shadow of 9/11. But the INS, which was what ICE was before it was ICE, was actually formed back in 1933. But they become a militarized police force in a way, starting back in when DHS was formed.
The insular.
Or
Yeah,
as Stewie Griffin would say, wait, but I don't know about Stewie Griffin, but the mother who said 9/11. Remember?
Never
That's
forget, and then they forgot. No,
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
9/11 was based on they wanted people to fear for their lives, so they would give up more and more security. And again, if you give up security, you don't deserve it. So more and more of our amendments and our freedoms, if we even had, I tend to go on the side of George Carlin. They're temporary privileges, and they can be taken away just like that.
And
Very
that's
cool.
kind of where I was going earlier with the Vance thing. They're taking away our civil liberties and our rights to do anything and everything. That's why I have very little faith that there's going to be any recovery from this if people don't actually get the fuck up and do something.
I say, get the guillotines. Get the guillotines.
They have us over a barrel in the sense that nobody wants to shut it down at the end. We already bought 2 weeks of extra negotiating time, the lawmakers said. Damn it, the Republicans know they don't want to shut down TSA, because shut down TSA, that brings the airports to a halt in this country. Nobody can fly anywhere. So if that's the case, then Democrats are at least they think they're gonna pay a political price for that. I'm not sure how true that is. It depends who gets the blame for it, but they think they're gonna pay politically for that, and they don't want to do that. So they're definitely coming to some sort of deal before the end of next week. It's a near certainty. I'm going to come back next week on this show and say there's a deal. That the Democrats got body cams for the ICE officers and CBP. They got some other tiny reforms, and that's it.
Body cams are not a good thing. They literally are recording your face and uploading it to Palantir.
No, I know.
It's terrible.
But I'm just saying, that's the.
No, not you. Just
Dave, are you playing something right now?
Yeah, I just played there. My fault. Sorry about that.
What the hell? Siri, shut up.
The thing that annoys me is when I see people online talking about, oh yeah, we need to give ICE body cams. That's not gonna fucking do anything. That's
Right,
literally
No, that's just they're
not
just
gonna-
going to turn them off like the real cops do.
they're not gonna hold them. We literally watched them murder 2 people in cold blood, from 7 different angles.
And all they
still told us
did,
we were wrong.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
body
and
cams
literally
are not-
all they did was it was because they were being recorded, because they don't want their criminal activity to be recorded. Why are they raiding schools? Because they're fucking pedophiles. They're in a pedophile trafficking ring. They are trafficking children. A 5-year-old got disappeared, and now he supposedly gets to go back to his family. I'm glad of that. But why did they take a 5-year-old in the first place? Because they are trafficking kids to their pedophile friends. This is just a big pedophile fucking ring, and that's why they don't want you to record them.
So, did you guys know that back during the first Trump administration, there was a group called Southwest Key that was a detention center for minors, and they were actually sexually assaulting children?
Yes.
There was a lawsuit that the DOJ brought up against this organization to try to get some kind of reimbursement and just helping the victims that had gone through this. And this back last year, when Pam Bondi first got into the Attorney General's office, that's one of the first things she did was drop that sexual assault case, because she felt that it would incentivize children to come over the southern border to get molested for money.
Oh my fucking God. Yeah, she is the key. She is the kingpin of this fucking pedophile trafficking ring. Literally, she traffics these kids to fucking her friends. Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton. All of them are fucking pedophiles.
People were born without empathy or morality, or if they just became the horrible people that they are.
Well, they say, first of all, I wanted to talk about this because this is a big pet peeve of mine. Okay, everybody come closer. We need to talk. So listen, guys, I understand that they owe this Baal God, apparently the fucking pedophile molesters, evil people, they somehow made him an evil demon. If you actually look these gods up, the gods were never evil. It's the people who worship them that are fucking evil. and they're Satanists. And I don't even believe in Satan, y'all, but the gods and goddesses, can we stop with this bullshit that somehow that these gods and goddesses are evil? No. They were never evil. Look them up. Actually, Baal was actually the god of fertility and the god of rain. And he was worshipped in the Mid-Eastern ancient times, so BCE, by the Canaanites. So again, do some research before you just post. And it's not everybody. It's just, like I saw some posts that were like, oh, these evil Satanist gods. And I'm like, no. Well, no. I'm Wiccan, y'all. So I know a little bit of what I'm talking about. So all these gods and goddesses were just literally worshipped by ancient cultures. So, but they were made evil by the people who are worshiping them now.
It's similar to the swastika, right? The swastika, the original symbol that became the swastika was not a symbol.
Don't forget, Pam Bondi still has the files on her desk.
Yeah, and she as she rapes kids more and more. And that's, I'm sorry, it bothers me that people don't take the time. I understand you probably get this from your preachers and pastors and stuff. And it's something that everybody repeats, but no one does any research about this stuff. And actually, I was thinking about doing a small show on my Whispers of the Craft, just showing that these gods and goddesses were never evil. It was the people who, were worshiping them. They became evil, and then it became or significant, or it came to be that, they were Satan. Because they didn't want you to worship those gods and goddesses anymore. Oh, that's Satan, that's satanic, or this is evil, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what they told you so that you would stop believing in those gods and stop worshiping them, and you would worship the one God.
Don't forget, they say that porn should be banned.
As a Christian here in the panel, I would agree.
I think most of you are, unless there's another Wiccan in the house.
No. But I agree.
But I was raised Baptist, so
I was raised Methodist. Methodist.
So my thing is this, and I always said that when it comes to politics, and even in the charismatic Christian church, is that they always point the finger at those people. Oh, they did it. They the evil ones, and I'm like, no. Here in the church.
And I used to be a friend with a woman who was married to a preacher, and she told me some really whacked out stories about preachers and pastors. So before you start believing these people who are literally indignant in evil, they literally have their feet grounded in evil. And let's not forget, some of these mega churches literally have SA scandals. I mean, of children, but also of other ones.
It's very similar with religion. Like, religion at its core is not supposed to be a bad thing. And it's not a bad thing. Like, people that genuinely believe are generally typically good people.
Yes,
but there are people that use it for evil. And it's the same thing with the ball situation. It's the same thing with the swastika situation. Someone's always going to take something that's looked at in a good way and turn it evil, just like the Nationalist Socialists that the Nazis were. They only took that name because it was popular, despite the fact that they didn't actually believe in socialism. They hated the USSR.
Right. And that's, it's just, I had seen something that someone that we all love and support, and I'm not going to name names because that's not fair. Because I'm sure that they didn't mean to, they just, reposted whatever. But again, if everyone took the time to, look at these gods and goddesses, I'm not saying you have to do homework or anything. Goddess, I hate that shit.
Oh, come on.
All I mean is, before you judge and say that the gods and goddesses are satanic, remember where that is.
Latest on that.
And that's coming from anyone who's not Christian or Jewish or, Islam. There are some extremists. There's extremists in every religion, even my own. So, I mean, I'm not saying, but I've yet to see a bad Wiccan or a bad pagan. So I'm sorry. It's few and far between. I'm just saying.
Well, it's okay. Don't worry about it. But the whole point of that is, I guarantee you they'll come to a deal with DHS funding. They'll get body cams, and Democrats will run around and act like it is something important. They got body cams, even though the ICE is being recorded left and right, as Dissent and Bloom pointed out and others in the panel. they'll get body cams and they'll act like there's something historic, and they'll all move on.
And they'll turn them off, and we'll have to rely on other people's video footage, which ICE is trying to steal. They're all every witness they've tried to take their phones from them. Take my phone from me, bitch, and see what happens to you.
That's why people should always have like a trusted server to upload these things to.
I mean, look at the people that were like, well, you can take my gun from my cold dead fingers. And now you can't. It's like, well, I have a right to conceal carry. I have a right to carry, right? Now you can't do that. You can't do that because Daddy Trump told me no.
Trump said something to the effect of, well, he had a gun. That's bad to have a gun.
Yeah, and he was disarmed.
There goes the conservatives' victory in the midterms.
Right?
He had a gun. It's bad to have a gun, He shouldn't have a gun. That's how he kept saying, like, when they asked him about it. So, anyways, let's get to Luigi Mangione here.
Luigi Mangione. Let's go.
So, I haven't really covered this much, but I came across this, and let me cover this. Luigi Mangione spoke out in court Friday as Judge Gregory Carro tentatively scheduled his state murder case to begin June 8th. Last week, U.S. District Judge Margaret Garnett announced that Mangione's federal trial in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson will begin with jury selection on September 8th and opening statements on October 13th. But Carro said Friday that he believes that the state case should go first. Let's see. It appears that the federal government
they're hoping. Sorry, just one thing, Angel. They're hoping that no one believes Mangione. They're hoping nobody believes
Luigi Mangione. Luigi. Come on.
That's a nice name. Maybe you should do something to it, No, they're hoping that when he squeals, unlike Oswald, who was very believable, people were ready to listen to him, and they had Jack Ruby delete him. So they're hoping either people are too stupid to believe what Luigi is going to say, or literally they're just like, we'll have to Jack Ruby him.
Mm-hmm.
Or not Jack Ruby him, Oswald him.
Yeah. It appears that the federal government has reneged on their agreement to let the state who did most of the work in this case to go first. Carter remarked at the beginning of the hearing. He ended the hearing with a stern directive to defense lawyers who repeatedly pushed back on the June 8th trial date. You have done a great job, so be ready on June 8th, he told the defense. So seconds later, Mangione himself protested the judge's decision as he was escorted out of court. Mangione, shackled and wearing tan jail attire, that's relevant for some reason, looked towards the gallery and loudly said, 1 + 1 is 2, double jeopardy by any common sense definition.
It reminds me of when WWE had Kane shackled and chained when he turned to
basically, he's arguing that it's a double jeopardy. So if the state doesn't get him, then the feds would get him. So even though technically he's charged with civil rights violations in the federal case, not even murder. I mean, unless I'm misremembering his charges in the federal case. Defense attorney Karen Friedman Angfilo repeatedly argued.
Of course, her name's
argued. Argued during the hearing that June Day would leave them unprepared and would be unfair to Mangione. The defense will not be ready on June 8th, she said. Mr. Mangione is being put in an untenable situation that is a tug of war between two different prosecution officers. Prosecutor Joe Schiedelman responded by arguing that the defense is trying to deprive them of their right to try the case by creating a double jeopardy issue. It is absolutely unfair that Mr. Schiedelman wants 2 bites at the apple. Friedman Angfilo said New York state law is a double jeopardy law for a reason. Counsel is seeking to jeopardize us out of the federal case. Sheen responded, we have every reason to be the prosecuting authority. Seidelman argued that the state prosecutors and investigators should have done the bulk of the investigation and should be able to try a murder that took place in the streets of Manhattan. He claimed that Thompson's family requested that the state go first. That's something certainly to be considered. There's Mangione there with his attorneys. While Carro suggested that defense lawyers could resolve the conflict by asking the federal judge to delay the federal case, Friedman Angfilo said that she would not do so. It would be legal malpractice for us to do something that is not in our client's best interest, he said. We have been working around the clock in both cases, fighting both cases. Carlos said he would push the trial date to September 8th if the Department of Justice decides to appeal a ruling in the Mangione federal case. Mangione, who's accused of gunning down Thompson outside the Midtown Manhattan Hotel December 2024, has pleaded not guilty to the state and federal charges. The federal judge last week took the death penalty off the table in the federal case. So, yeah, there you go. So, looks like he's being railroaded now because the judge wants him to start the state case June 8th, even though he's not there. His attorneys aren't ready to start the case June 8th. Let's see here. So there is, like I said, I don't think he did this. The picture they showed when they first, right before they arrested him, was a woman, not a man. And Mangione definitely looks like a man. Doesn't look like a woman. So I don't know why they're insisting he did this. I would like to see what their actual case is against him. So those are my thoughts. Let's see.
Why is he hit with federal charges again?
That's a good question. I don't know exactly what he's being charged with federally. I could find
They're
out.
charging him with the same thing, state and federally. They're trying to say that he committed federal crimes and state crimes. It's just their way of trying to ensure something sticks. He's also being charged in different states.
You said what they do with Maduro and shit?
Okay, so it is a double jeopardy issue. They're trying to charge him twice and see what sticks. So his attorneys are kind of right on that. It's like definitely a double jeopardy issue here. Let's see here. What else do we have?
You shot somebody in a private hotel, not a government. Okay.
Yeah, and somehow they're claiming that's a. I don't understand why the federal government is charging him. I still can't figure that out. Yeah, that's definitely a state case. That's not a federal case. They're trying to make a federal case out of nothing, basically.
They're saying cross state lines to do it. That's what makes it a federal case.
Oh, he crossed state lines.
Nice. He went to McDonald's. He got caught at McDonald's, but he actually went to Wendy's.
That's an excuse. Oh yeah, well he crossed state lines, so we
administration loves to thrive on technicalities. That's what they do.
Yeah, and that's all. That's what they do here. So let's get to Cruella DeVille here, aka Tulsi Gabbard. Exclusive. U.S. spy chief's office investigated voting machines in Puerto Rico. So this happened earlier in the week, and this was reported on. Gabbard has defended appearance at FBI raid in Georgia last week, which is another thing she did. She was there during the raid in Fulton County, Georgia last week, which I wanted to cover, but I couldn't because my internet crashed. So she was there as well. So it's not the first time she's dealing with the elections here, even though she's the director of national intelligence, nothing to do with elections, but no clear evidence of Venezuelan interference in Puerto Rico votes. That's the allegation, by the way. The Venezuelan government interfered in Puerto Rico's elections somehow.
Isn't she done sucking dick yet? I mean, get over it, Tulsi Gabbard.
People are theorizing that that's what they're going to do with Maduro because the whole situation with Maduro was sketchy. Like his capture was just too. I just for everything that it just seemed very planned. It almost like they were in on it together, and so people are theorizing that what they're going to do is they're going to have Maduro testify that they did interfere in U.S. elections and use that to try to crack down on our elections as justification, even though it's a straight up fucking lie.
Well, and really, they didn't do. First of all, they're going to do anything they can to distract from the fact that the Epstein files came out and everybody's fucking on it.
The downfall.
I'm not on it.
No,
the downfall of Tulsi really.
Okay, I'll say every politician and everybody in Hollywood is on it.
I'm going to assume that's why they don't shut down the TSAs. The island is still active as we speak.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
The downfall of Tulsi really needs to be studied.
So they're turning that island into a luxury resort. You guys know that, right?
Yes.
I've heard that.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
more pedophilia. Trust me, it's gonna happen.
And then we can, if you're rich and powerful, you can tour where Epstein did all the horrible things to little kids.
And you can do the same thing. I mean, if you're rich and powerful, not you.
A team.
We all broke here.
Yeah, we all broke here for sure. I'm definitely broke. A team working for President Donald Trump's spy chief Tulsi Gabbard, Cruella de Vil, last spring led an investigation into Puerto Rico's voting machine, said Gabbard's office, and 3 sources familiar with previously unreported events. The sources said the goal was to work with the FBI to investigate claims that Venezuela had hacked the voting machines in Puerto Rico, but added the
You know what? I think that's true, bro. That's true. That's true.
Here we go.
But-
we found a new Russiagate, folks.
This is their version. This is their version of Russiagate, basically. That Venezuela
that's
somehow
Russia,
hacking into our voting booths, but added the probe did not produce any clear evidence of Venezuelan interference in U.S. territories' elections. Reuters first reported the investigation.
Fucking lied again.
Yeah, well, that's shocking. Yeah, Gabbard's
I'm
office in a
curious
state.
how they're going to
Go
say
ahead.
that Venezuela got into our voting booths. I'm just really curious how they're going to say that, because the only way that you could, like, some of the older election machines are Wi-Fi compatible and they do have Wi-Fi chips inside them, but a lot of them don't. The only way that you can really get into these machines is to keep like a USB drive. I'm not sure, you guys haven't been around me the whole time, but like when me and Indy first met, my whole thing was literally election integrity. I've been covering the subject for a very long time, and there's just no actual foundation for them to make that claim.
No, but they can
I'm sure there
scare
isn't.
the public into, oh no, the voting stuff got hacked from Puerto Rico's voting machines got hacked by Venezuela, so boogie 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 boogie. I mean,
This is why they're pushing. It's
just
not a
like
coincidence. It's not a
That's
coincidence.
what I
they're
said
pushing-
earlier, that they're trying to nationalize our elections using this as justification.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence that they're pushing the SAFE Act and trying to push these reforms on our elections.
What is she gonna say next? That Venezuela has the weapons of mass destruction?
Oh, I'm sure she will. Just give her a
Gabbard-
chance.
No, that's what they're doing to Israel right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Not Israel, but Iran. That's what they're doing for Israel.
I was going to say
Sorry.
Israel.
Sorry, I'm thinking
Iran.
for Israel, to Iran. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because they want Iran's oil and Iran's resources. Again,
And
this
it's,
all
no,
comes
it's
down to
because
that,
Israel doesn't like Iran, and they're trying to keep his best friend Bibi happy.
that too. They're trying to suck
Yeah.
his dick. And so, oh, master, I keep you happy, master.
David, you want to say something? Because you were talking. And...
Oh yeah, about Puerto Rico. Hey, listen, I wouldn't doubt if that happened. To be honest with you, us Puerto Ricans is like a little bit crazy. No, but
Yeah.
what it is this: is that there's a lot of connection. Of
We're
Puerto
actually
Ricans.
a fascist oligarchy. Sorry.
Right. So let me tell you something. There's a lot of connection with Puerto Ricans and those who are in the pro-independence movement with Maduro. But still, just because you hung out with the dude doesn't mean anything.
Mhm.
So I'm only thinking that they popping up. But look, there's people here. Now the other thing too was that in the last governor election, we had for the first time an independent movement get 30% of the vote. So that's another thing too, that United States always want to keep an eye on the Caribbean. Anything that seems out of normal, it's like, we got to keep an eye just because, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
It
I
won't
mean
happen.
the independence movement is back. They stamped that down and killed that off in the 20th century, like before
Right.
I was born. The FBI and the government agencies, federals went down there and just killed that off in horrifying ways. I mean,
Right, and they do it
So-
again now. If they do these things with the machines, like, but maybe there's an error that 30% of the island did not vote for independence or whatever. Maybe there's an error because somebody hacked into it, So they'll use that. I'm pretty sure.
Gabbard,
If they really want to make elections secure, just switch to fucking paper voting and hand count.
Right.
Yeah, that was as secure as you can get. And also let the paper trail.
That's what Tulsi
Yeah.
Gabbard was doing back in the day, coming up with paper ballots or whatever. Now,
Well, now she sucked the dick. She
Right,
sucked
back
the
in
dick,
Hawaii.
And this is what happens when you suck the dick.
Yeah. There you go. Gabbard's office, in a statement to Reuters, confirmed the main investigation, but denied a link to Venezuela, saying its focus was on vulnerabilities in the island's electronic voting systems. Her team took an unspecified number of Puerto Rico's voting machines and additional copies of data from the machines as part of its investigation. A spokesperson for Gabbard's office, the director of national intelligence, said. Her office is taking the voting machines as data was standard practice in forensics analysis. Nothing similar voting infrastructure elsewhere in the United States. It added ODNI found extremely concerning cybersecurity and operational development practices that pose a significant threat to U.S. elections, of course.
Right.
Jorge Rivera, head of Puerto Rico's State Elections Commission, said he would not comment on any ongoing investigation.
In relation
He
to
added
Angel.
in a statement, The commission will fully cooperate with any investigative process conducted by the appropriate authorities, whether at the state or federal level, quote unquote. Venezuela's government did not respond to a request for comment. And why would? U.S. security concerns linked to cell technology software. ODNI said some of the security gaps in voting machines used in Puerto Rico stem from their use of vulnerable cellular technology, and that software flaws existed that could give hackers access deep into vital electoral systems. If you're worried about that, like we just said, use paper ballots, like scrap the machines. But the machines are owned privately and people make money off the machines, which is why they're keeping the machines. Puerto Rico's
and as
operation.
Cassette and Bloom said, they're gonna pick who they want anyway. They've been doing that for years.
Yes. So the lab that certifies our voting machines, there's only 2 of them, and the one that does most of them is actually located inside of Alabama in a military complex with NASA and all of these big defense contractors. They actually had defense contractors in their building, and it's done by this man named Jack Cobb, who has long history connections to the defense industry. Back years ago, he was part of Cyber Incorporated, which was literally shut down because they were just rubber stamping machines. And now he's doing the same shit to whoever the highest bidder is, because the machines are privately owned and privately certified.
Mm-hmm.
They're not subject to FOIA laws. You can do whatever the fuck you want. No one can actually see it.
So we get to question every single election as long as they're using these fucking machines. I don't care what Democrats say or Republicans say when they win. Question every result, because most likely they're just installing presidents that they want, the elite want, and we're not actually voting for them.
And then couple of years ago, I mean, when I did my voting, did the Jill Stein thing. You know what I mean? So, so the paper supposedly got stuck in the machine, right? I voted twice.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, there's an error. So I did not want to leave. I'm like, can I see the paper? They couldn't find the paper inside the machine. So they gave me, what is it, the affidavit or something?
Preliminary ballot or?
This thing called in New York City, so I had to vote again. And I'm like, damn. So can it be that if you write something in, they mark it as an error and then they'll just select and then just put it on that person like somebody else? But I did not want to leave. And then you see the people in the polls looking at me. I'm like, yeah, if I run for mayor, is this the issue I'm going to have? They were looking at me like, no, sir, so no. So, yeah, just to give you a heads up, there is something wrong with those machines for sure.
Yeah, there definitely is. I mean, that's why I didn't vote in the last president.
Every machine is different. Every state chooses their own machines because voting is supposed to be a states' right thing, which is why it's so funny that they're trying so hard to nationalize it. Mm-hmm. Every state has a different voting machine. A lot of them run off the same things. And did you guys know that a MAGA oligarch literally just bought Dominion, which owns a majority of the voting machines last year? I also wrote on that.
Yes. Trump supporter bought Dominion, by the way. So, yeah, I did know about that. It was like, oh, wow.
He also owns these poll pads that people check in with. He has a lot of money in the voting machine in general. Before that, it was owned by venture capitalists. So it's not any better.
Mm-hmm. No. Right. Snow says, how do people even think of voting after finding out we were ruled by demonic pedophiles who eat babies, and how did anybody go forward like with this?
My thing is this, does anybody remember 2000? I mean, I'm just saying 2000, you know, George
I
W.
was 14.
As a teenager, but yeah, I remember it.
I was 14.
A teenager, but I remember it.
Right, and I tell people, can you not remember 2000, George W. Bush, and then the one state that it happened to have this nonsense?
Florida.
His brother was his brother
was the governor in that state.
Right. The HAVA Act was a Trojan horse to corporatize our elections. Right. That's all it was. Because after that gave these corporations all this money to make these machines, and they privatized our elections to the corporate sphere because of the HAVA Act shit.
Yeah, I could go on about 2000. I mean, Supreme Court just handed Bush that victory. Al Gore won Florida. It turns out after they finally counted all the votes, Al Gore won Florida, and he didn't fight it. Al Gore just is guilty. He didn't fight it.
Right. Because he knew that, he was meant for something else. He was some kind of other pedophile.
And the crazy thing is that they found like the other 30,000 in Alligator Island and somewhere. I'm just saying. Something happened. We know that for a fact, but people.
Well, yeah, they told him to stop counting.
Right.
And they never should have done that because, again, they wanted the Supreme Court to announce Bush was the winner.
How am I supposed to trust the election process?
I'll never forget.
Go ahead.
I'll
Andrew.
never
Supreme
forget
Court
this
is
now.
compromised too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll never forget this. When I in 2000, I was in high school, and this whole controversy was happening. And by December, there was still no president. And
Right.
one of my teachers in the class were talking about how we need to find a president. We need to have a president, or else we don't know what's going to happen. And all this fear mongering she was doing. Turns out that she was a Bush Republican. So not so
Right.
Of
she
course.
was.
And that's what,
She-
they brainwashed a bunch of people to watch Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN and
she-
boogie.
And she said something. What was it? I can't remember, but it was something to the effect of, "Well, if we don't have a president, who knows what's going to happen? Like something bad could happen if we don't have a president inaugurated by January."
Something happened, bad
2001.
happened, and guess what? We did have a
And-
fucking
and-
president.
and
Hello?
right,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
9/11
not long after
happened,
that,
right?
yeah,
And 9/11 happened, and
Yeah, not
all
long
this
after that,
nonsense,
yeah.
I mean, people. I mean, I always tell people, it's like, can we not forget 2000? Can we not forget?
What's so interesting is I've literally spent the whole day. I'm on this kick lately where I've been looking. So as many of you know, I've been looking into JD bands, but then I kept seeing this school pop up in everything I was looking up, Yale specifically. So I started looking more into Yale. Oh, well, that's where George Bush went. That's where his dad went. That's where his grandpa went. They were all part of a fucking secret society. I'm not even kidding. Called
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
There were 8 of them,
Yeah.
and I was looking more into the specifics of just with that organization, and it's directly linked to fucking Nazi Germany. So
Yeah.
it's crazy how far back it goes. I'm reading up.
And
The
on
rich, and I bet
on
you
it
all
now,
the rich and powerful,
Yeah.
the rich and powerful are literally connected to
What?
these secret societies that you don't hear about, but yet do satanic shit, and literally you own nothing, be happy and eat bugs. Do you know what Bill Gates thinks of poor people? He thinks that we should all be deleted because we are nothing but cockroaches to him.
The other thing too,
Yeah.
what I was just saying, I'm sorry, Angel. The other thing too with that, on the opposite side of that little Massachusetts, whatever it is that's going on, we had JFK who attended, I believe, was Harvard. So
He's an
Bush
Ivy
and the,
Leaguer, yeah.
right. So so the Bush and the Kennedys had this little kind of how can I say beef, kind of wrestling beef,
Rivalry.
and then,
You're like a
Right,
rivalry, yeah.
right, and then that's why some people kind of say, you know what, George H. Bush might have something to do with John F. Kennedy's assassination.
Well, that's
No
what-
doubt about it. But
That's
the
what
thing,
Jesse Ventura alleged.
I mean,
that
remember
HW has
how
something
many-
to do with it too.
How
Well,
many
the thing
CIA
is-
agents came from Skull and Bones? Think about that.
Right. Well, and see, the thing is, Kennedy dangled a little carrot and said, "Hey, why don't we give poor people a little bit, a little carrot,
Mhm.
And rich people said, absolutely not, delete him. And they did. And look what happened with that. They deleted MLK Jr. They deleted Malcolm X. They deleted John F. Kennedy, RF Kennedy, because they did not want poor people to have what they have.
The rebels of the 60s were all assassinated. You think, as you just mentioned, a lot of those rebels from.
And another thing too is that if we look at, like, let's say the Republican Party, a lot of these people, like let's say that the Bush and all these folks, they actually came from the North, and then they migrated to the South to give you that idea that, oh yeah, all the Republicans are in the South. And I say no, a lot of Republicans come from New York City, liberal
That's
New York
right.
City, liberal
Yep.
Boston, liberal Chicago.
You know who's also part of Skull and Bones? John Kerry. He
Yeah.
ran against Bush
Yeah.
in 2004.
Yeah,
And I remember-
there was someone tried to interview, one of the newscasters tried to interview them, and they basically said we can't talk about it, it's too secret. I've been on it with this fucking organization today. I literally have been reading papers from 1977.
Yeah, and I remember at the time I was 18, and they were asking John Kerry about his connection to Skull and Bones with President Bush, and he's like, "Well, it's just not a big deal. It's just the it's just a club basically at Yale. It's not a big deal." He tried to dismiss it like club.
Club my
And I'm
ass.
Yeah,
Those
it was
are
like
the
a
people that
school
literally
club.
run. Yeah, they run the country, for fuck's sake. All those people that are in that secret society basically became people who run the fucking country.
And then they come from
Bushes,
Harvard.
multiple
Yeah,
presidents,
The Bushes, the
multiple-
Kennedys, not the Kennedys,
multiple-
the Bushes. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
Multiple presidents and multiple Scottish judges, multiple CIA agents. There was a point where there were so many people coming out of that secret society and working in the CIA. Like there was a paper written in 1977 in Esquire where someone was doing an interview with someone, and this guy recollected he was talking to a woman who was connected to the organization, and she literally told him back in 77, they will, if you bank with a certain corporation, you'll lose your account because they have members on the board there. If you do this with this other organization, you'll lose this because they have members on the board. Like even back in 77, they had such an overreach because all of these powerful figures were connected to other powerful figures, and it's like a networking thing. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and they do unthinkable shit when they first get initiated.
Yeah.
So they really have to like cover for each other this entire time. And societies like this are how we get the fucking Epsteins of the world.
That's right.
And
just because Epstein is deleted or self-deleted, supposedly, or allegedly, just because he is, no longer with us, does not mean that there aren't other Jeffrey Epsteins out there.
Yeah.
It was like Epstein Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing.
They're playing for the Israel baseball team.
They can pick anybody to be the next Epstein. Epstein came out of nowhere and then became a billionaire. So they can pick a random person. Hey, you want to be a billionaire?
Was built by fucking Les Wexner, and it's so fucking insane.
Yes.
Because I literally live in Ohio, and I live by Ohio State University, which it's their main campus is called Wexner Medical Center, and I have heart disease. So every time I have to go there for my doctors, I have to go into Wexner Medical Center. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, Wesley Lexner, or what the hell's his name? Wexner.
Leslie Wexner.
Wexner, yeah, Wexner. He is all over Whitney Webb's book about Jeffrey Epstein and One Nation Under Blackmail. So Volume 1 and Volume 2, she goes into full detail of how Wexner, his family, his growing up, him becoming, popular and stuff, and then grooming Jeffrey Epstein to do what he did too.
Yeah. Epstein came out of nowhere. He was a nobody. He was a professor, I think, before he all of a sudden became like a billionaire and all this power.
He actually was not a professor. He bullshitted his way through that. He did not actually have the degree. Like he got the position, but then he lost it because he didn't actually have the educational background. He was a professional bullshitter. That's why they liked him. That's the same reason they like JD Vance. They're good at selling something that's not there to people.
Right.
Yeah. Epstein. Because Epstein goes back to Epstein goes back to the 70s. When he was that dude. So you always got to keep in mind. Yeah, he's
Steph, looks like Kieran's here.
Hey, Kieran, finally. You only missed a bunch of sucking dicks. And if you listen or if you read, I have the audiobook. I'm sorry. I have the audiobook of One Nation Under Blackmail, and then also I have volumes 1 and 2. So I highly recommend them. And she goes into full detail, Whitney Webb does, about all this shit and how, Jeffrey Epstein's background. And yeah, they're good snake oil salesmen. I know everyone who reads the Bible, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, Vicky.
Let's see. What's most alarming is that Director Gabbard's own team acknowledges no evidence of foreign interference, yet they seized voting machines' election data anyway. Senator Mark Warner of a top Democrat Senate Intelligence Committee told Reuters on Thursday. Jim Heames, the top Democrat in the House Intelligence Committee, said Thursday Gabbard had yet to offer a defensible legal rationale for a teen's probe in Puerto Rico. The intelligence community operates outside the borders of the U.S. for a good reason. The Director of National Intelligence has no business doing it at a law enforcement operation unless there's some legitimate foreign nexus, which we have seen no indication, he said in the statement. Gabbard's appearance at an FBI raid in an election facility in Fulton County, Georgia last week highlights her direct involvement in these issues. Last week, FBI raid in Georgia prompted alarm among some national security experts worried that Gabbard and ODNI have overstepped their authority investigating a sensitive domestic matter. They're trying to connect it to Venezuela. Again, they're basically admitting this. I don't know why they're shocked by this.
Hey, Angel, your camera is frozen.
It happened before I fixed it, and well, then hold on. You're gonna have to bear with me.
Say that. Hey, Trump, don't you think that Tulsi Gabbard hire was a DEI hire? Have you ever thought of that?
To be honest, the whole thing with Tulsi Gabbard was just a big plant. She just seems like a total plant. Here you have a little carrot diggle in front of your face. That's better.
It's
I don't know why. It's second time it's frozen. today.
better
I don't
now.
know why either.
But it didn't seem like it before, like in the during the 2010s era. But that's just
Gabbard.
Well, and like I said, I think she's just a plant. Everyone, like Bernie Sanders, Tulsi Gabbard, all these guys are just plants, so they can dangle the carrot in front of your face and go, "Oh, look, they're fighting for you." No, they fucking ain't. They would rather see us deleted.
Gabbard was not physically present during the operation in Puerto Rico, her office said, even though her agency took on a coordinating voting role in the investigation. U.S. officials involved in the Georgia investigation sought records related to the 2020 presidential election. The Republican Trump has falsely claimed that he lost against Democrat Joe Biden because
again.
of
Why are they talking about this? Trump is president now.
I don't know. They want to. What's going on? They're pushing the SAFE Act at the same time they're doing this. It's a coordinated narrative in order to try to pass a SAFE Act so they can federalize the elections, which is what they've been wanting to do for decades. Both Democrats and Republicans are wanting to do this.
Klaus
When
Schwab
Obama was
said,
president,
I'm sorry, one thing. When Klaus Schwab said that we will no longer need elections, that it will just be picked by AI. What he meant by that is literally rich people will pick our leaders and everyone else will be deleted because AI is going to take over anyway.
Yeah, but they want to nationalize the elections for obvious reasons. That because Obama tried to push for this too, and Republicans at the time said, "No, states' rights, states' rights." Now Trump is doing it; they're perfectly fine with nationalizing elections. So it's a team politics. Is a team game, and we're all stuck in the middle. The more sane people.
Yep.
And what gets me is they're claiming election fraud in 2020 now in Fulton County, Georgia. Was really interesting to me because you guys know in 2021, like do you guys know Trump's mugshot, the one that he literally has hanging on the White House wall? He got that because he was arrested for racketeering for him and his group of loyalists breaking into election offices with the help of loyalists who worked there, stealing the fucking voting machines, making forensic copies, and doing their own audits already. Back in 2020, he had racketeering charges that were just dropped. They were state charges, so they couldn't be dismissed with the rest of the charges. And those were just dropped for him fucking stealing forensic copies of the voting machines before the 2024 election.
Wasn't that the same mugshot that Jamal Bowman was laughing?
He just redid his mugshot as his official White House photo.
You notice how all those things against Trump's life disappeared. In case it literally was to get him into the White House so he could do all this bullshit. Again, the shit with him going to jail. Oh, he was never fucking going to jail, you idiots. I kept telling people this.
If they were going to put him in prison, they should have put him in prison a long time ago for many different things. But there wasn't even a fake electors thing. Like, they had a bunch of loyalists. So at the end of an election, what you guys do is you have your Secretary of State meets up and you have electors that certify the election in your state saying yes, this is true, we agree with it, and you turn them in. And he had fake electors. He had states turning in loyalists that weren't even allowed to do it, signing these things and turning them in. And then Mike Pence would have had to certify it. And then when Mike Pence refused to certify those fake elector slates, that's when they threatened to hang him. That's why they had a fucking guillotine out on the lawn on January 6th, 2021.
Right.
What was I going to say?
Literally, this is happening, and people were just like, well, no, there was nothing wrong with that. Trump's not going, of course Trump's not going to jail. And again, all that was just bullshit to get him into the fucking White House, and it fucking jail, won. Yeah, he should have been pedophilia.
I remember back in 2021, Kyle Kowinski made a video. It was not too long after Biden won. He actually thought Trump was going to go to prison.
Well, he's an idiot.
Yeah, all these idiots. Trump, they're trying to put Trump in jail. No, they fucking ain't.
They're not putting anybody in jail.
Domestic
election security matters are typically handled by law enforcement agencies, blah, blah, blah. Gabbard's office said he had the authority to carry out the investigation. I don't know how. Given ODNI's broad statutory authority to coordinate, integrate, and analyze intelligence related to election security in our known work and understanding vulnerabilities to foreign and other malign interference, ODNI conducted the examination of electronic voting systems used in Puerto Rico's elections, the spokesperson said. Reuters sources said his unproven allegation that Venezuelan involvement in voting irregularities in the U.S. territory elections that have raised questions about possible foreign interference, something that Gabbard had the legal authority to investigate. The Caribbean The Caribbean islands residents are U.S. citizens but do not have voting representation in Congress and cannot vote in presidential general elections.
Hey, Angel, can
Challenging
I ask you a question? How many likes are we
Yeah,
up to?
sure. Likes? I don't know. I think. I mean, reload this and see because they don't update on their own. 17.
All right. Remember, we get up to 50 likes and Mrs. Witchy goes topless.
That ain't gonna happen.
Not tonight, no. But I'm
That's
just
the goal.
challenging the denials of Gabbard's office about Venezuela's roles. 3 sources told Reuters that the FBI team involved in Puerto Rico's operation was probing the theory that Venezuela's president Nicolas Maduro and government had hacked the U.S. voting, an allegation that is strong support among some Trump supporters, of which is no evidence surfaced publicly. This is Russiagate. They're doing their own version of Russiagate. This time, instead of Russia, is Venezuela. Like,
Yeah,
that's
and
what they're
both sides
doing.
are going to do it. It's literally to distract from the fact that the Epstein files had just come out. Of course, you
To be
have,
honest,
you know,
There's
And
only one
also
country
distract,
that if you told me
like-
they interfered with our elections, I would believe you, and that's Israel. If they said Israel fucked with your elections, I'd believe you.
Well, I
Any
was
other
gonna
country,
say,
yeah,
they
but they
also
wouldn't do that.
distract, but
And it's true.
Yeah.
They have literally interfered in every election. Israel has, but they're not going to say that because again, they suck BB's dick. You know, come on.
Okay, so the chat is saying 18 likes, so I must have updated recently. So this now. Let's see. The operation in Puerto Rico involved the FBI field office in southern Florida, whose agents were coordinated with a group overseen by Gabbard investigating threats to election security, said 2 of the forces familiar with the operation. The group included U.S. national security officials, law enforcement agents, and government contractors, the sources said. Which government contractors? No, don't tell us that. Gabbard's office said the United States Attorney in Puerto Rico, his team of Homeland Security investigations agents, and the FBI supervisory special agent facilitated the voluntarily turnover electronic voting hardware and software to ODNI for analysis.
Wait, it said his team. Didn't they mean her team? Didn't they mean say her team?
I don't know. I mean, Gabbard's office said the U.S. Attorney in Puerto Rico, his team. It's a male, the U.S. Attorney in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
So it said U.S. Attorney in Puerto Rico, his team of Homeland Security. Wait, his team of Homeland Security investigations agents. Does the U.S. Attorney control Homeland Security somehow? I don't. That made no sense. So I'm not gonna really look in much. I'm not gonna think about that too much. The U.S. military seized Maduro in Caracas in January, removing him from power and brought him to New York to face drug trafficking charges, which he denies. I've not updated that story. I'm not updated that story because there isn't much to update until March, his next court hearing. So that's kind of on.
And it's all shit, anyways. They
it's bullshit.
Put him up on trumped up charges. He is not a drug
you
trafficker.
guys know that several months before they captured him, there was, what's her name? Oh my gosh, I forgot her damn name. But the lady that his vice president that took over, she was meeting through
Elsie Rodriguez.
Yes. Yeah. So she was meeting with the U.S. through Qatar to try to make a deal for him to step down several months before. That's why it really would not surprise me if a deal was made that we don't know about, because they tried multiple times to make a deal. Initially, she wanted to be able to
always backroom deals, always.
I would agree. I think that was a deal.
No wonder we saw that article where she wanted to talk to Trump about Venezuela because she wasn't really.
Yeah, and she acted all tough too, we will not take this lying down. I went, shut up, bitch.
Yeah, they were already making a deal because they wanted to keep the people that were in power, but have Maduro step down, because that's the big thing. It's about the visual, because people see Maduro as this drug lord, etc., and then they force him to step down. It just looks good for them, and there's
reminds me of how Erica Kirk wanted to kill Charlie.
I said at the beginning. I think that
manslaughter herself.
Yeah, I think that Maduro was betrayed from somebody on the inside. Now, I don't know who. It could have been his VP. It could have been somebody else, but he was definitely betrayed from the inside, from inside his government. The U.S. military.
Sorry, Himbo. Sorry, Snow. Shut up, Snow.
The U.S. military seized Maduro in Caracas in January, moving from power, and brought him to New York. Blah blah blah. Puerto Rico's elections have had irregularities, but no credible evidence have emerged to support allegations of Venezuelans' attacks to influence voting there. We have had widely reported problems in the administration, but they're all attributable to incompetence and corruption, not foreign interference, said Pablo Jose Hernandez Rivera, a Democrat elected in 2024 to represent Puerto Rico in the U.S. House of Representatives in a non-voting capacity.
That name reminds me of Alejandro Estrada.
Yeah, so there you
Is that
go.
a distant cousin of yours, Angel?
There's so many Riveras and stuff.
Right, they say no relations. No relations.
Yeah, this.
Probably your third cousin once removed or something.
All right, let's see here.
And by the way, Snow Himbo, I think I said back door, not back door. That got me saying it, bitch. No, back room is what I said. Back room.
So he only heard back door because that's where he likes to take it. So
whoa!
There you go.
Is that where your wife likes to put the dildo, Snow?
Oh man. That's P. Diddy DVD.
Oh.
Oh, we
for
can't.
those who don't know, that's my co-host, so I get to bully him.
Yeah,
And that's my other work
by the
husband, so I
way.
get to bully him too.
No baby
Yeah,
oil.
by the way, subscribe to ProPilled. Their link to the description box below. Descent and Bloom is a member alongside with Crab and Snow, so check them out. They stream like 2 or 3 days a week. I don't know the exact dates. I'm sorry.
Snow has Crab Scratch been getting better lately?
I've been trying to get Bad Crab on here. I keep trying. He keeps ignoring me. I think Crab
do
doesn't
Wednesday
like
and Saturday or Sunday.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Crab,
Okay.
I think some of you may have saw it. He posted recently about Trump or whatever it was, and Kyle Kowinski responded to him actually. And
I saw that.
And what, he took him down?
No, it was like a few days ago.
No, it was something about Trump, and he responded with a stupid clip of his. And
Yeah, and I
was
replied
like, really?
to Kyle saying, "Hey Kyle, I don't think you realize that he doesn't support you."
I hope Mad Crab like literally just punked that bitch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Matt Crab
let's
I think
see.
reacted to him saying, "I
Fuck
think
that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
Oh no!
No, shut up.
Oh.
Don't make me come to Canada, Snow.
Everybody press F to pay respects for Crab.
Let's see here. Where else?
I'm gonna be
Where are
watching
we?
an episode of South Park now. Okay.
Snow would probably be like, don't threaten me with a good time. There's nothing to do in Canada, you know.
Whoops.
No.
Back, man.
Yeah, I love Canada. No, I love Canada. And I kid because I love snow, you know.
Or as Shawn Michaels would say, "Oh, Canada."
Oh, shit.
All right, so let's see.
I mean, I've been to Canada. I got deported. That's what I can say.
What? You got deported north?
In Toronto.
Since I brought it up, I figured I would cover this. Because I was uncovered last week. The election, a raid in Fulton County had a local news report, but I didn't get to it because my internet went down.
Went poop.
So I figure we can kind of like get to it here and then discuss. So
Breaking news.
Staying on top of breaking news here at 6, the FBI raid at the Fulton County Election Hub. We first brought this to you on Channel 2 Action News at 4 as News Chopper 2 flew overhead.
Federal agents are there for documents tied to the 2020 election, and we have live Team 2 coverage on the ground.
Everyone's
We
standing
start
around
with Channel 2's Richard
they're all like they're standing around, kind of like guarding it, I guess.
Elliott. And Richard, you confirmed agents seized ballots.
Yeah, this is as we said before, a rapidly evolving situation. Around noon today, FBI agents and its evidence recovery team conducted a raid here at the Fulton County Elections Hub. You can see the scene behind me. You might not be able to see. There's a lot of people here.
You see the scene behind me. Nobody's fucking doing nothing.
They are in the process of loading pallets of
I don't see them
boxes
storming
from
the
the
house.
2020 election ballots from the 2020 election. And we
Why
showed
can't
you
they cross?
at 5 o'clock the search warrant. It's actually, we are told now, that is the
What
cover
does it
sheet
matter?
for the search
2020 is
warrant.
long gone.
The
Who
actual
cares?
search
We all
warrant,
know it was
we're
rigged.
told, remains sealed by a magistrate judge. It will take a judge's decree
yeah,
to unseal that. Right now, the deputy director of the FBI, Andrew
I'm
Bailey,
guessing this is
here
not the
on
thing that
scene,
she was talking about,
in
that Bloom was talking about.
getting
in
information
Georgia.
as to what's happening behind us. The National Security
yeah,
What
this
is
is it.
Atlanta, Georgia?
It's Fulton County, Georgia, in Atlanta. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
director, Tulsi
Yeah,
Gabbard, we're
Bloom
told,
just talked
is
about this.
yeah. But I wanted to play the clip. I didn't play it last week, but
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's why. Yeah, but this is like an expansion of that.
en route to here. We are expecting one of them,
Okay,
if
they
not
got
both of them, to come up and talk to us, give us a briefing as to why this criminal raid.
No, they got like
it's a criminal offense sworn out in the search warrant.
Yeah, they got that from the
We're
99
not
cent
store.
store.
Again, this is rapidly evolving. A month ago, the Department of Justice
there's someone
sued
standing behind
Fulton
you.
County to get these ballots and the information,
standing behind
including
you. Kind
vote.
of creepy.
Yeah, so
I
last
actually have
month.
something. Can I add something real quick?
That's what I was
Yeah, go
saying.
ahead.
That they had a skull there. That was
So, a lot of people don't realize like the precursor to this. Like this is what everyone was saying on the news, but back a while ago, this is actually kind of ties back to Palantir because they've been asking people for their voter rolls and their Medicaid data. They've sued multiple states who didn't give it up willingly for their voter rolls and their Medicaid data. That's the very same thing that Bondi is trying to force out of Tim Walz. Voter roll data, Medicaid data. They say it's for fraud, but the reality is this is the data that they don't readily have access to, so they're trying to upload it to Palantir. Interestingly enough, 4 fucking states, just this like last month, because I was looking into it, they made deals with the Department of Homeland Security to let them have unlimited access to their voting data for the next 20 years, including my fucking state in Ohio. They're suing everyone to try to get these voter rolls. And the reason they want these voter rolls is because they're going to go through them. They're going to use Palantir's motherfucking analytics, because that's what Palantir does. They work with LexisNexis and they try to connect your data to try to make the assumption off of how you're going to vote, which is what they did with in New Orleans. They had predictive policing. They tried to predict your actions based off of your data. They're going to predict who's going to vote for who, and they're going to purge you from those fucking voter rolls. And you won't know it until you go to vote. And in most states, you can't register to vote the same day.
Nope.
And it doesn't matter because people shouldn't vote anyway.
That's literally Minority Report.
Local issues matter too, so I am a very big.
Were you making fun of Majority Report, Angel?
I said Minority Report, I think, but I get your point.
A judge refused to let that happen. Now the FBI has come in, sworn out this criminal warrant, so the FBI and the evidence recovery team is here to get it. We are waiting here to see if we're going to be able to hear from the FBI deputy director and from the National Intelligence Director. When that happens, of course, we'll bring it to you live. We are live in South Fulton County.
I think this is all just, no offense,
and
but
Richard, you
this
mentioned
all
those
just
ballots
seems
and also
bullshit.
Well, yeah, they're trying to get all the information so they could do God knows with it.
No, but I mean, I think
The
this is
documents say
just
they're looking
virtue
for
signaling. They don't really care about fraud because they're helping.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they obviously don't care, or else they would have reformed the elections decades ago.
rules from absentee early voting, also in-person voting. Again, the 2020 election. Thanks, Richard.
Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez continues our live Team 2 coverage now. So, Taisha, we're waiting for the feds to talk, sure, but we've already heard from some local leaders, and they have a theory about this.
So county and state leaders came out here and they wanted to make sure that they told all of the media here and the public that they believe this is all scare tactics because they believe that Republicans are concerned and afraid about the midterm elections coming up. So they believe that this whole raid is just like that.
I'm serious, like the big eyes and the long face.
Leave the curly
She
hairs
looks like a
alone,
fucking
man.
alien.
Well,
Those
Democrats-
aliens you see at Roswell.
The Democrats have their own theory about why the Republicans are doing this. It's dumb, but
Is that supposed to be a gladiator reference? LexisNexis, Purpose, Nervous? That was supposed to be.
it's dumb. But they have a theory on why why Trump is doing this, or the Department of Justice is doing.
Already
this.
heard from some local leaders, and they have a theory about this.
So county and state leaders came out here and they wanted to make sure that they told all of the media here and the public that they believe this is all scare tactics because they believe that Republicans are concerned and afraid about the midterm elections coming up. So they believe that this whole raid is just to scare voters from doing their thing. So when they showed up, they were very upset. Marvin Arrington Jr. spoke, May Ivory spoke, and they wanted to make it clear that none of this should be confusing. Let's listen to what County Commissioner May Ivory had to say about that.
Don't be confused as to why this is happening in Fulton County.
I know why
it's
it's
very
happening.
easy following.
Yeah,
This
there
is
you
not
go.
difficult. I don't want
Yeah,
anybody.
we're not confused. We know why it's happening.
No, we know why this
is
happened.
something
It's
that's
all
so
bullshit.
above my head. It's not above your head. You need to understand it as the people. You have the power to change this, and you know that this election in 2026 is going to be in your hands.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Yeah. Vote
It's
harder.
politics.
Vote harder.
Yeah, they're pushing like this is about politics.
This time.
And what may
Yeah, they're pushing like this is
Is
political.
this Atlanta right here, right?
Yeah, Atlanta, Fulton County. Yeah.
Right. So Atlanta is like the city with the second most corporations. Is a blue area, and then the rest is red. So once again, it's the hand that washes the other, man.
So Angel and Dave, I just wanted to let you know. Looks like the Knicks winning streak is going to come to an end tonight.
Oh, well, they can't win every game.
I'll talk to you.
Let's see here.
I mean, get Johnny's.
This is just utter bullshit. It's literally boogie. Look what they're doing now. They can get I honestly in 2020 this is so funny and I always tell people this because this is what I think everyone should do on the fucking ballot. All right, so I was several times in the mail, like I was given mail in 2020, and they're like, "Oh, you can do this. You can register to do the not in person, but the other one." So all you'd have to do is give us this information, and they were asking for stuff like my address, my driver's license number. I'm like, shouldn't you fucking people have that? Since you fucking know everything about me, right? So I ripped up the paper and threw it away. They kept sending me these fucking ballots to verify myself, right? They kept sending me this verification to verify myself. And so here's what I did. Because I got so sick and tired of them fucking sending me these stupid fucking verifications so that I could, not have to go in person, basically. So how the military votes. And so I wrote on the verification ballot thing, I wrote, I don't vote for pedophiles. And I was talking about both Biden and Trump. And I haven't voted since 2016, and I am never going to vote again. I don't vote for fucking pedophiles. I only voted because I actually thought Kyle Kuklinski was actually a real person. So I'll never make that mistake again.
Put my name in there.
Well, I would. I see if I could vote for you, Dave, I would, but I do not live in New York. I would have voted for Jesse Ventura. The problem was I didn't live in Minnesota, and I was 12.
I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she's a woman of color.
I meant back in 97 and 98. I was 11 and 12 years old, and I did live in Minnesota. But the thing is, everybody needs to write on these ballots. How about we not vote for pedophiles? How about that? Just write that on the fucking ballot. What can they do to it? What can they do?
Well, I say this. If I always tell people is this: if 1 year, right? Let's say presidential elections, if we get 30% vote, independent, whatever, I guarantee that's when the politicians will realize, oh my God, like revolutions don't start by like doing protests. There's other means to do a revolution, and I'll guarantee you. If 30-40%, let's say, vote for third party or independent, that's when they start doing something for you. But as long as it's like 99%,
I would like to see it all for independence.
Right.
I mean, all for independent. Like 98% for independent. What the fuck?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, they'll do something for you.
Didn't Ross Perot get like 19% of the national vote or whatever?
Yeah, they pushed the bar. And they pushed the line. I guess they said, "Here's a line. Cross it and see what happens." Well, they crossed it. Guess what? They just moved the goalpost.
And the funny thing is that in 1992, in my junior high school, I'm like the eldest statement here. We had a mock vote, and I voted for Ross Perot. My teacher was questioning me like, "Why are you voting for Ross Perot?" I'm like, "I just independent, whatever." But no, Ross Perot got the money. He had a lot of.
I think wasn't Ross Perot like 93-ish?
No, he was up there in age, and he spoke a couple of things.
No, I mean, wasn't he back? It was back in 93 and 96.
Well, it was the 1992 presidential election against.
Right, I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a 6-year-old can vote.
I was not alive in 1992.
I was gonna say
no.
My sister was negative number.
No. Bloom was alive back then. You gotta keep in mind that there's physically born and spiritually born. your parents had you in your mind back in 92. Believe it or not, Bloom. But I'm just saying, I told people, yo, and the question, the freaking teacher, well, why you didn't vote Democrat or Republican? I'm like, because I got another freaking alternative. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's like,
we have to have something. But the thing is, like Jesse Ventura said, if you even if you have 3 or 4 heads, you still have a 3 or 4 headed body.
Right.
You know, you have several heads in one body. You know,
It is. Ric Flair here is making it seem like Ricky Steamboat passed away. He didn't, but for some reason he's putting out a tweet like Ricky Steamboat passed away.
Yeah,
See that tweet?
26. I saw it.
Yeah, 2626. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I thought, wait, did Ricky
I
Steamboat
saw
die?
that he wants to wrestle again, and I was like, you know what? If he wants to die in the ring, let him. Let Ric Flair die in the ring.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll
Anyways, yeah, we have to start wrapping this up. I mean, we're past 9 o'clock here, so
good show though.
Yeah, what a great show. I want to thank everybody for sticking with us this week, and hopefully it looked like it went a lot better this week, unlike last week. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That infuriated me. Let's see.
Well, we had fun.
Yeah, we definitely did. Tomorrow we're intending to do pro wrestling talk at 8 o'clock. Me and Witchy.
I'll be on at 9.
Okay. Sunday I'm appearing on a podcast, a Spanish speaking podcast. We're gonna discuss politics on Sunday. So that'll be
You're doing that in the afternoon, right?
Even though I won't have a clue what you're talking about.
What's going on in the afternoon?
You're like, yo, papi.
Because remember, on Sunday it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
a
it'll
lot
be.
of people don't know about me is yo no hablo mucho español, but un poquito.
Yo, that sounds racist, Blue. Un poquito.
There you
What
go.
does that mean? You should say mucho español.
Yo
Mucho
no
we're
hablo mucho
filming-
español at all. Nope.
Yeah, we're filming that podcast at noon. It'll probably be uploaded by Sunday night. I would
That's okay.
assume.
Angel's teaching me how to talk dirty in Spanish.
All you have to do is just say papi. That's all.
Papi? He's not my papi. You're trying to trick me. It didn't work.
Yeah, so I got.
You mean Big Poppy?
Yeah.
No.
I got a busy weekend this weekend, so I'm filming that podcast at noon or 12:30. It'll be up Sunday evening, so I'll probably share the link to it in Twitter or in the DM chats, and I'll probably share it next week here on the channel. So if you guys want to check it out, and I assume there'll be some sort of translation to English and closed captioning, so you guys are able to read it at the very least. So if you don't understand Spanish, so you can check that out as well.
That's what I want to do. Read a whole show to myself. No, I'm joking.
Hey, when I watch actual TV, I don't even really have the sound up. I just mostly use captions.
I've actually
Some
learned that
people
now
read the
because of
captions,
X.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Because
right.
X,
So-
you can watch the video, but then it has the closed captioning unless you actually turn the sound on.
Let me see how many likes we have before we go here. Looks
Yeah,
like
come
we're
on,
at-
get those likes up. I thought everybody wants to.
It kind of sounds like Angel wants to see some boobies, but
Yo, puppies.
Yeah. Everybody wants a piece of business with me.
No.
We have
all want to
18.
see some hot lesbian action.
We have 18.
I ain't got no
likes.
lesbian, you
Yeah.
bitch. You see another woman around?
Well,
Maybe in the background.
yeah,
Wait, is that a
so-
witch in the background? What's that? That's a
Jesus Christ. I like dick. All right. I like dick.
make sure you give us a like before we go
up,
if
Dave.
you are watching afterwards. So let's see.
I'm gonna come to New York and beat your ass. No, I'm kidding.
be more specific. New York City. New York City.
Okay, New York City.
So what's this? Show 149.5?
What?
149. What is it?
Oh, you mean
149.5?
the episode?
Right.
Oh, 149 and a half. I guess we're going to put it like that
Oh,
because
absolutely.
I wasn't able to do 149 last week because of internet reasons. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching.
Added Alex? You mean you want? Wait, time out. Sean, what did you mean by that? Added Alex, and I bet we can get into 50. What?
50
okay,
likes.
well, clearly Sean wants to see some Alex titties. I mean, I don't discriminate.
I'm trying to figure it out. Like, what the fuck? Did I miss something?
Oh,
Wink, wink.
fuck. Let's end on that because or else I'm sorry, but that was
How dare you, Bloom?
Hey,
Let's do this.
don't knock until you try it, little brother.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Exactly. Are you not entertained? Everybody wants a piece of Mrs. Witchy, all right? Everybody wants a piece of me.
So
Are you
we'll wrap up
NPA?
on
Or do you want a piece of Rico,
Bye, y'all.
the WWE wrestler?
Yeah, right.
wrap up on that. I want to thank everybody for watching.
Thank you, little sis.
Make sure you check out tomorrow's Angel in the afternoon. Tomorrow's Pro Wrestling Talk at 8 o'clock Eastern. Well, we'll
Did I
be
miss
talking
something again?
wrestling. We'll be talking about wrestling tomorrow and watching some clips again. Hopefully, we'll get to that. Hopefully, my internet is good as it was today. Let's see what else. I'll be doing that podcast Sunday afternoon, so I'll send you guys a link. I'll send you guys a link in the chat or something. You guys check it out if you want. And yeah, next week.
Snow Himbo, I'm calling Snow Himbo out. I'm calling you out. When your computer gets fixed, you are coming back on this show, and you're coming back on Pro Wrestling Talk.
And go see
there you go.
Patriots.
Let's go.
Oh, real quick, who we got in the Super Bowl before we go?
Seahawks and New England.
Who I got? I got the Patriots.
I think
I'm not sure you
Seahawks
guys
have
got
a really great chance of winning. So
the Seahawks
and the Patriots. Yeah.
I got the Seahawks. I hate to be this dude, but my beer is looking like I could
win. They were already picked to win by the.
They just
3.5.
They just don't need to throw the ball this time.
They all forget how to play football until the other team scores.
Yeah.
No, I saw it in it was the Broncos and Buffalo game. Guy was running this way, okay, and then he stopped, saw the receiver with the ball, was going to make a touchdown, ran the exact opposite way. So don't tell me it ain't fixed. It's
well,
fixed.
let's see. Patriots, Seahawks. May the best team win. I really don't care. I think Patriots will win.
No, I do care because I want the Patriots to lose.
I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens Sunday, but
I don't give a shit about football. I'm gonna be honest.
Just trust me, it's now called the National Fixed League, and whatever Vegas wants, Vegas gets. Whatever Vegas wants.
Just remember, we're going to see some anti-Semitism ads during the Super Bowl.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's what I'm not going to watch.
I'm not watching those ads, and I'm not watching.
I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to be watching shit on my on YouTube.
Yeah, that's probably what I end up
and
doing.
I also might be doing some of my shows. I know maybe tomorrow I might record another one. I'd like to get Snow Himbo on my show. If Snow will literally come on and talk Kurt Hennig with me, I will do that. As soon as his computer. No, Crab already told me he doesn't know really a lot about wrestling. So,
well, maybe
he
knows wrestling too.
So
no, he only knows about UFC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Yeah,
no, because I tried to get Crab on my show, and he's like, I don't feel comfortable.
No, I was talking about
video games. I'm your fucking girl. I just don't do sports. I'm a big gamer. So.
Well,
this is professional.
I love games too, but
it a sport.
Yeah, I occasionally stream playing games, but
the last time I played a game was Pac-Man. No, Pac-Girl.
Mrs. Pac-Man. Mrs. Pac-Man.
No, Pac. Wait. She's a non-binary character, so it's Pac.
Hey, as I get to the point of my gaming experience is Sims 4.
Before I go, there's another ad here. I'm seeing another ad about don't get an abortion. Adoption's an option. Like, oh come on, for the Super Bowl, it's like what's all political ads in the Super Bowl?
Commercials where they're like adopt, don't shop.
Right.
Yeah, adopt, don't shop. Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, it's terrible. All right, so we gave our predictions.
Children that age out every year, but yeah, adopt.
Yeah,
adopt them into a bad family. See, the thing is, I don't like foster homes because you always hear all the horror stories. Oh, well, they beat the crap out of that kid. They beat the shit out of the kid.
Someone
and CVS, it's Child Protective Services, so CPS, they don't do a fucking thing. But when you do something wrong, or if you get caught doing something, oh my God, the whole world has to fucking end.
My parents were addicts, so we were involved with CPS. I am very familiar.
Yeah. All right, so that's that'll do it for this episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're at 20 likes right now. This checked. And have a nice weekend, everybody. Check out the INN shows throughout the week, and have a nice weekend. Check out Pro Build, the Stunton Blooms. The Substack is down there as well.
Yeah, check out my sister from another mister.
Yeah, check out Witchy stuff. She's down there. David, Deconstructing Topics podcast is down there, dropping great content.
Might do a tarot reading. I might do a tarot show. I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure out. I might do one. I might not. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. So make sure you stay tuned to Witchy's content to see whether she does one or not. But we're going to end on